All right, so where did we leave off? Well, I know where we left off. Where did we begin last week?
At the temple. At the temple.
Indeed. So, I think it was after you guys' long rest.
That's right.
We picked up with you guys in the sort of makeshift encampment out in the center of Quetzalon, where the amassed army on behalf of Tlalotek was being prepared to head out to Makatl to fight off the Rokon's armies, while you guys headed off towards Akalon. Now with some knowledge of which temple was the correct one, or at least which sign to follow, Tlalotek provided you each with a Saurus mount. Spent a bit of time teaching you how to do it. Some of you struggling to do so. No Airdeth, and I think it was Airdeth and Hobble couldn't get on to save their lives. Thaddeus and the shield were pretty on point with that. Nevertheless, after kind of teaching, prepping you guys for that, you made off with a little skink man. I don't have my notebook.
Okay, so.
That's the one. Oh, quick so. I do have my notebook. Look at me go. Yeah. Oh, quick so kind of helping lead you guys at theirs. It is seemingly buried deep within parts of the jungle that aren't normally gone to. And obviously very much so not by you guys. So, you guys made your way out. The mounts traversing across the terrain with relative ease, very much so in comparison to you guys slogging it by foot. First day passed without issue, and you camped right on the verge of where this vast jungle seemed to change into this very rancid, dark swampland. Night passed without issue, although it seemed particularly quiet, almost too much so. And the next morning you were awoken by the thrashing, monstrous footsteps of this large, colossal beast, which looked vaguely similar to your Saurians, or Saurians, whatever you want to call them, except fucking way more massive. This one didn't have all the armor plating and the plateau of people up top, but nevertheless, you guys ran like hell. Did you manage to stop it at one point? I think you might have stopped it with like a confusion thing, or...
No, I attempted, like, because I couldn't get on my mount, I stopped and I tried to...
I know at one point somebody managed, maybe it was the web. I think it was...
No,
Grease, it was Grease, that's what it was. I knew something collapsed him as he just thrashed through some trees, picked himself back up. You guys split off, heading deeper and deeper into the swamp, almost not really realizing it, as you were simply running away from this thing. And eventually, as you reconverged, you seemed to have lost him. But nevertheless, you were inside what Oquixo informed you was essentially the natural breeding pools of Drazos. Very quickly realized that these two were in some way corrupted or changed, and while attempting to back away from the creatures surrounding them, you were beset upon by one from behind. Another one of those large crustacean crab creatures making its way out of the waters, this time enveloping the area in darkness, something the previous one had not done before. Blinded air death, a few of the mounts, but as it was killed, everything sort of subsided. And you were left with some pretty wounded mounts. Nevertheless, you guys pressed on into Akalon, and as you arrived, kind of surpassing the dark swamp, you came into this jungle that was somehow even more dense and thick than that you had previously been in. Going a bit slower, I think on foot at this point, for at least half of you. You took notice of the large pterodactyl swooping by overhead, seemingly encircling the area periodically. You sent out Hubble's elusive bird, the most game time he's probably ever received in all of Felheim.
I remember my bird.
Definitely furthest distance squad.
Yeah, so you guys hid amongst the trees while the bird scattered out the surrounding ziggurats that just popped out of the tree line on top of the canopy. Eventually he came back informing you that we were more or less gathering that you could direct you towards the proper ziggurat. With a large pterodon still swooping by overhead, you sent out Irdith and Thaddeus, the two weakest of the Saurians, into the center area as you guys bolted your way out. As you did, the pterodactyl came swooping down, devouring those Saurians' relative ease before turning its attention to you guys. As you guys continued along the path, gaining onto the main road, the ziggurat dead ahead, you watched the pterodactyl swooping up high, coming straight for you, and up ahead, the colossal, deformed, spiked and jagged form of Thorokhan as he emerged from the temple, let out his bestial roar, and came charging down at you. That is where we're at, and I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
I'll pass.
Oh, pass.
Maybe next 10.
Ooh, some spicy initiative.
A nice little macro for that.
Why is it your... Why is your Saurian on the initiative and not you? What?
Sorry.
Oh, that's weird. Well, that's me.
It's all good, I got you. 10. Oh, cool. It's still gonna do that. Wow, it's been working perfectly all day, and now it's gonna do that super lag thing. I don't understand fucking Firefox, man.
I can't defend it any.
I mean, it's so weird. This is a new thing that it started doing last week. See if it'll do it on the health. Yeah, still doing it.
I swear, guys, this has never happened to me before.
Switch back to Chrome, see if it's any better. I was actually kind of excited because his new shape sheets seem to be going a bit faster, and now it's just fucked again.
So just while you're doing that, this other archway that we can see, just to the stairs above Thorokhan, is that where he came out of, or did he come from higher up?
He came from out of there. Well, now that's just interesting. There we go. Nicely done, Thorokhan.
You could cash in one of your 16 crits. I'm just saying. Seems like a good time.
He's going to use one of his legendary abilities to win initiative.
I think it was explicitly critical hits. Fortunately, I don't think it'll work.
Yeah. No loophole.
Let's see. Critical hits for attacks processed from token ID. Thorokhan. So, as I know. I should. I know. I messed up. I'm gonna have to hit up asshole Cricks. See if he can give me my refund. So, Thorokhan comes raging out. You see him trident in hand, nothing else in the other, and so he kind of spins it around and comes charging down. The pterodactyl still swooping down at you. Thaddeus, what's your dex?
It's like 12, I believe. 14.
Okay, so you are above that. Meredith, you're the first to react, although you are not on your own mount, so...
I'm not, no. Maybe have a look at how big this is.
It's big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got like fucking nothing. Okay, so I'm going to...
Kind of in your benefit, though.
Not really.
I don't know that you wanted the pterodactyl to be within range turn 1.
I kind of did.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, that's true.
Yeah, I did. So I'm going to cast Armor Agathis at level 2. It's going to do... Fucking hell, it's still doing the slots thing.
Especially since you're not
Anyway,
back.
I'm manually taking off my slots these days, so that's the second level slot. And that's it for me. I can't do anything else. So.
Hobble, you're up.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm trying to. Do you remember what my portents are? I feel like I had a 1 left.
You're
Trying to scroll up through. I think I had a 1 and a 14, and I think I used the 14.
They're gonna be so far up there, I don't even know.
You want me to just re-roll and pick one? I know I used one.
Well, John, do you when you roll your portents, do you just roll 2 dice, or do you roll?
I have a specific.
And name next to it?
No, I have a specific command.
That's what I mean. No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, when you output in the chat, does it just put the 2 rolls, or do you put a name next to it? Because if so, you can just search the chat box for that name.
No, it's just 2 rolls.
It's just 2 rolls.
I'll go through the chat log real quick as soon as it loads.
Okay, because I know I used 1, and I believe it was the higher of the 2. But in any case, so air death's on my Saurian, and I'm driving it.
Correct.
And Saurian movement is 60 feet. Let me pull up my thing. Yeah, 60 feet.
Here we go, finally loaded. Yeah, go ahead. And
How high off the ground is the pterodon?
The pterodon is currently 40 feet up. Yeah, you had a 14 and 1 in the last one.
Okay, so I believe I have the 1 left. I was probably saving it for something real special. So my Saurian is going to be dashing this turn. It's going to run up. I'm going to run it up 80 feet towards what's his shit. And I'm going to cast Web.
On Drokon?
Nah, just sort of in the middle of the forest, just randomly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Throcon.
I mean, you know.
And then my Saurian is gonna back the fuck up. He's gonna go more lateral though. I want to keep air death in range. That's my turn.
Okay. Bashil.
So wait, what are the little dinosaur horse things wrong called?
Sorry.
Saurians?
Yeah, cool, that thing. Who's leading that? Like, am I controlling that, or is that you?
Yep, that's you.
That's me. Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, we already fed Thaddeus's to the pterodon. Literally.
See you at the crossroads.
Okay. Weird things happen when I'm not here. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna move us closer for now. Just because I don't have anything to throw if I get closer, do I?
Yeah, we've been picking stuff up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's. Oh no, yeah, we said that you had. How many did I say? 6, I
So
think.
you rolled a number. It was like 6 javelins or something.
Pretty sure I rolled 6. Yeah, so you have 6 javelins.
Okay, great. Can someone move us though? Because I can't click on it, me, apparently.
Which way are you going?
Where you go?
Oh, I also.
Like here-ish? If I can get to there?
Oh, easily.
Okay. How far is?
I mean, it's not 120 feet.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Easy.
Yeah, and if I can throw... I have a javelin, you said?
Yeah.
Can I still throw it, or is that dashing for me?
That's it.
Dashing for the creature, you can still throw.
Oh, how did I miss it?
Ooh, who's that getting thrown at? Is that the Rokan?
Yeah.
I mean, it's too perfect how Chrome has insane map lag and Firefox has insane token lag. It's like the most perfect fucking thing ever. Alright, yes, you go charging up on that mount as it makes way. You chuck the javelin with Throcon having just been recently restrained. Not that it mattered at that roll. Javelin goes kind of straight through, cutting along his arm. You hear him let out this trembling bellow. And if there's anything else, that's true, but nevertheless, web's there. Nothing else, it goes to Oquixo. Who, yeah. Dashing up there. Thaddeus.
For right now, I'm just gonna fold it in.
Tolling the dead good old Throcon?
Yeah.
He is at full health.
He's not just took a javelin
No.
to the face.
Yeah.
What's that?
He's
Just
took
took-
the face.
You guys are cutting out for me.
Little javelin.
a javelin just hit him in the face from the shield.
What is the toll to dead? I already got the javelin.
You said he's at full health.
He
can't be.
Oh,
He got
He
hit
lost-
with-
sorry. I'm going insane. Yes, you're right. Don't mind me. I'm on drugs.
Wait, did Throkon try to break his web yet?
No, it hasn't been his turn.
He,
Wait, why are you
No.
guys going for the guy in the fucking what? You guys suck.
Does that fuck up the web in some way?
No, go for the bird that's not restrained. I was trying to. I'll just take them one at a time.
Okay, so he has taken damage, which means he'll take less damage now. So take the 4 instead of the 10. 14 total between the javelin and that. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. That's 120. Okay, so as the pterodon goes just soaring across this center path, also arcing upwards, he is now about 60 feet up.
Like above, like directly above us.
Oh, 60 feet up from where he is, yeah.
I got a question. Is that the one that Throkon was riding? Like, is there remnants of a saddle or whatever on?
yeah, he said it explicitly last game.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason it keeps like, I don't even know where he is. It keeps like sticky grabbing him, so when I like drag the map down, he just follows my cursor.
Yeah, you keep freaking me the fuck out, man.
Nah, I don't know why, it just keeps slowly lagging that hard for me. I don't know what it is. Like you guys, it's like whenever other people are on the game, it seems to be just crushing it for me.
Play by yourself.
I mean, I guess I should. I might actually post about this because I don't know that I've seen anyone post that specific issue. It's like, the lag is usually pretty universal. Alright, I assume he's getting that one. But
Didn't you already roll the dex save?
going...
You rolled the dex save to roll,
Yeah, he already rolled the dex, yeah. He's failed. And he's going to try and break out this bitch. Straight strength, is that correct?
Yeah.
You feel?
Alright, so, caught in the web, javelin having just slid through, and this bell ringing around him, Throkon immediately just thrashes his way out using the trident to just rip through the web. Zoom in here. Okay, so it's gonna be 5 feet to get out. This is abysmally slow. Switching back to Firefox. This is exciting. I'll just use
Safari, there you go, get Safari.
yeah.
Navigate.
That sounds great. No, I'm just gonna use I guess Firefox to move the map and Chrome to edit tokens. That'll be fun. I love having 3 versions of the game open. So, right there, as he rips his way out of the web, you see him kind of stumble back for a moment. Yeah, I mean, he's turning his vision on Hobble, quite mad at you for having webbed him like that.
He's welcome to bring it.
As he reaches the bottom there, you see him just heft out the trident in your direction. Soon as it opens. $21 hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay. As the trident goes warping towards you, you watch as there's this almost crest of brackish black water that cascades over it. As it impacts you, there's this sudden burst, and beyond the actual just physical, that should be piercing damage, this brackish water that sort of like momentarily envelops you does an extra 3 poison for a total of 18. Throkan lets out this tremendous... You kind of hold out his hand and you watch as this brackish water that is just pouring almost from nowhere off of the trident suddenly gets sucked up, envelops it, creating this almost a black cloud. Second later, the trident is back in his hand.
Oh, he threw his trident at me. Okay.
Yep, he just got stabbed by a thrown trident, and then he recalled it. And that is it for him. Brings it to death.
Mm-hmm. 1 second. Location on the sheet. Okay, so I'm going to jump off the horse down off that little off the Soren off that little cliff, down next to that rock, and I'm going to hit Throkan with my Hexblade Curse, and then I'm going to hit him with a couple of Eldritch Blasts. From the sword. So let's check that's working right. Yep. So that's going to be just 10 damage for him then. And then I stand ready to accept a charge.
One of my brothers just flipped the fuck out. Okay, throw your hex up on him and start hurling these bolts in his direction. And he said 10? Yeah, 10 damage.
10 total, yep. And then yeah, stand there ready to take a charge, sort of end my turn.
Alright, Hobble.
I'm hurting. I'm hurting real bad, and I'm not thrilled with it.
We lost the D.
Yeah. I'm toggling hardware acceleration to see if we can get some stuff here, but I can still hear. You're good. Just keep going with whatever you're doing, Hobble. I still got Firefox open so I can see everything.
I'm not super impressed with any of my options right now. I'm just gonna fire run. Oh, are they impressed now with that?
I think they are. They're like,
I feel like Throkan should be impressed.
What's he impressed with?
My crit. My big old crit.
fucking 30 rolled and then the 27.
Hey-o. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
My big fat crit all up in his face.
Ooh, this is a spicy one too. 37. All right. Okay.
Meanwhile. Oh, go
I
ahead.
think Brook would be impressed if he wasn't insane at this point.
Sane in the membrane.
I have a feeling the bird's going to be the only survivor as it soars away over our garden.
All right. Has it heard up next? No, he just went. Lasheel. There you go. It's taking a second for this to load.
Have we rested at any point? Do I have the ability to rage?
Yeah, you have rages left. We only raged once with you, so you should still have what?
Okay,
2 or 3
that's
more.
really good to know. So we've been in the forest for a long time, looking for this weird guy. He's throwing around a trident. Is that what you said?
He is throwing around a trident, yeah.
And all of this sucks for Lucille, but the worst thing is she's pretty sure Hank is having a really good day
He probably is.
while she's dealing with all of this.
You haven't been there in like a week or 2. He's having a tremendous time.
So Lucille was going to rage.
I mean, he feels safe.
And run up to. I can't believe I'm raging now for some weird reason, but yeah, run up to there.
Is it some weird
And
reason?
just throw another
I
javelin.
mean, you just watched a hobble get mecha impaled.
It's just, I feel like Hank's having a good day and that I just can't stand for that.
Fair enough. Let's see.
You're not there to kill him, so it must be a good day.
Could be some rage damage on that as well. Toggle roll.
Yes, what is that? 8? Or is that 9 now?
8 at the moment. So.
Still 8. Okay. So you come charging up, angered by the thought that you're having to deal with this fucking trident wielding asshole while Hank's having a good time. Hurl off a second javelin, goes snapping, just piece of the web flying in all directions as the trident slides across the front side of Throcon's chest. You see the spray of blood emerge. It's dark in color, much darker than it normally is. He stumbles back and he only gives you this side glance. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna start screaming profanities at him.
Fair.
But other than that, no.
Okay. As he gives you this side glance, his attention immediately turns back to Hobble, and there's this, and he's moving towards Hobble.
Wrong dude, it's Okixo's turn.
Oh yeah, no, legendary actions. Now it's Okixo's turn. Yeah, those things. They're cool. Yeah, Throcon's not for a while. And yeah, Okixo isn't getting anywhere near him. He's going to short bow him. Which will hit for 5.
Has anyone missed yet? It's been pretty solid.
It has been pretty solid. Oh, big mistake. If I can click that on Firefox. But he is going to hop off, and as he kind of just jumps. Oh, actually, no, he's not. There's still a pterodon hovering up above. He immediately just rears himself back around. Yeah. Thanks. Thaddeus.
All right. I can't have the Saurian move partially. I do my moves and then he moves again, right? It has to be all one turn or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we're already using a modified version, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Because
So I'm gonna
technically they should be moving on like their own turn because they're independent mounts. But so you either have to do them before
he
or
can go
after you.
So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna move like 30 feet closer to Meredith and the shill, and I'm gonna hit us 3 with.
The shield, air death, and yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. As-
Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm good. Go ahead.
Feet up. Okay. So, as you come moving up on the pterodon, everyone kind of trying to converge on Throkon, you hear the pterodon just this ear-shattering screech. 60 feet up, it starts to slowly descend until it's about 40 feet above, sort of just encircling this area. You see it kind of just drop and then pick back up more than one occasion, clearly just deciding what its prey is going to be. And then it goes to Throkon.
How what size is that pterodon?
That would be huge.
I mean, like head to tail, like how many feet roughly?
Long.
I figured he was pretty long. I mean, like, what? I don't even know what huge is. I guess
You can do like a 20-foot space, basically.
so 20 foot long, approximately,
Yeah.
or a 20-foot wingspan, or something like.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. All right.
Going between these browsers. Okay, yeah, it's on Throkon. Sorry, I have to read back up on him real quick because he has changed from last time. Sure can. All right.
Sure can.
Couldn't remember which creatures were which. It's been so much.
Roll to murder party? Can he do that?
I mean, it's more like roll to murder hobble for critting him with that firebolt. He's clearly, I mean, he's still smoldering from the blast. Steam is still.
I just don't get why this guy is such a dick, you know?
You know? Yeah.
I don't feel like that was adequately explained in his story arc.
I dare say it was explained like twice from 2 separate people, actually.
He doesn't like the mortal races. He got pissed off. Why he went into all this body altering craziness, I don't know if you ever said that.
That's why I did all that shit.
That's why.
But then you pushed into this.
You pushed into this.
It was all me.
I learned it from watching you.
Me and Throkon used to be boys and fucked him over, so now he's just got a vendetta against all humans.
Ooh, is he gonna make it?
You can have your Spider Queen. Why can't I have this, huh?
Hey, if he can hook me up with the Spider Queen, then, you know, I'll let him do whatever he wants.
This is gonna be so close as to whether or not he makes it.
Or will you let her do whatever she wants?
Oh, no, it's
She
not
had a
really.
chance.
He's definitely within range. You watch as Throkon kind of stampers it down for a moment. Goes into this insatiable charge, trident in hand, and as he reaches you, he's going in with that trident.
Why is he such a dick?
If I might argue in Hubble's defense, his token is in the complete wrong place. It should be on top of this Saurian. But there's no way he could be occupying a space outside of the mount's control area.
Alright, sure, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't even paying attention to that. In which case, he will simply throw that shit.
Like, I feel like this is why people killed his village. Like, maybe his village was just a bunch of dicks. And he responded to that by becoming a turbo dick.
I don't know if 15 will hit you there.
He misses because I have mage armor and he's a little punk-ass bitch.
Fortunately for him, he's used his bonus action as the trident just goes soaring past you, and you watch it get kind of stuck in the ground. That is it for him. Hit to death.
Alright, how high up is that fucking Terran?
Whoa, what is going on? There we go. He is 40 feet up.
Alright, I'm not have to do that then. So I'm gonna move up here into the pack where I came from. And I'm going to use a first level slot to I'm gonna fairy fire Throkan. And it's gonna complain about slots again because it's a bitch.
There you go. Fairy Fire Throkan.
Correct.
Deck save. He is rolling like ass for all his saves.
God.
Traditional Throkan. Good old Throkan.
Yeah, he never really did follow through, did he?
Never did. Alright, yeah, so he is lit the fuck up.
That's why he had to turn to the dark arts, man. Couldn't do it on his own.
I still can't, apparently. Not worth noting. Alright, anything else?
Just checking if I have anything else in the bonus action I can do. No, they're out of range, so that's it.
Okay. So as Throkan comes charging over, the trident soaring past you, he's still kind of mid-charge, not really stopping, but you watch as there's suddenly this of light as he's outlined in this blue and purple, making him already more obvious than he is, which is saying something. And it goes to you, Hobble.
I'm gonna back the fuck up. That's what I'm gonna do.
You gotta try it.
So my, no, that's wrong, actually. I'm only gonna back up 30.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you sure you don't want to be like Earl and go off the map?
You really should. I highly recommend it.
Actually, I can't
I
even say that
considered it.
because Hobble's done that too.
I think we all have. Pretty sure
I
we've
think,
all gone off the map.
I think just you two, actually.
Think so?
Oh, right. No, sorry, I'm not moving. I forgot. I forgot that Earl already established that Alistor cannot move. And then I go, and then it continues its turn. I fucked up. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump off my Saurian.
Brave.
Interesting tactic.
And then I'm gonna back up. So fairy fire, so everything gets
Advantage. And you can't
advantage against attack rolls. Okay.
Cool. I think hardware acceleration actually fixed my shit. Oh my god. What is Hobble on?
Terrible roll, though. Bullshit.
Oh, it was an awful roll. But it'll still do 22.
It will still do 22. Good luck to anyone hoping to pull aggro from Hobble there. Because that's not happening. As the Rokonda's barely out of range, you suddenly kind of jumping off the mount, running away, roll another bolt of fire, it slams into him, staggering his movement. He kind of stumbles back, Yeah, I mean, he's pissed. I assume that, yeah. That's that doing?
And
Anything
then my
else?
Saurian, no, my Saurian's charging him. So my
That's what I
Raven's
figured.
gonna help.
I was surprised.
And my Saurian is doing Saurian things.
Yep.
So what is it? I have to bite him, and then I get a claw?
No, you're not in range to pounce, so...
No, I backed up 30 feet, and then I moved towards him 30 feet, because the Saurian has
They
60
wouldn't have
movement.
done that. They would have gone straight for him.
Gaming the shit out of this.
What the fuck? Why does my Saurian listen to me?
No, we went over that. They're independent
Sorry,
mounts.
we're
They act the way they
go
act.
that way.
It's like a Pokemon, right? It follows my orders.
The fact that I'm even letting you guys control them is already breaking the rules of
Alright,
how
that's
controlling a mount
horse
is.
shit. Fine.
Total bullshit. How are you trying to do that?
Total bullshit that the dinosaur wouldn't tactically retreat so that it could pounce someone. What?
It's all in one turn. How is the dinosaur not going to do that?
Because the dinosaur wouldn't do that. If it makes you feel better, we'll say he did it, but he still missed. Because he did.
A dinosaur sucks. Like, bro,
yeah.
how many fights have we been through together now that you don't trust me when I'm like, yo, back up, then run in?
Literally just one fight. So, as your Saurian backs up following your lead and then charges straight towards Thorokhan, it actually gives him that moment to recover from the bolt fire he had as it comes snapping on this John. Thorokhan, with no weapon in hand, literally just grabs both ends of the jaws, thrusts him off, and then lets out, just throwing off the Saurian, turning his attention to you. It is now on the shield.
Yeah, Lucille's gonna go and just indulge her baser instincts and go after the bird thing.
That's not where I thought that was going. Thought you were gonna say you were going back to Kingsport to deal with old Hank.
No, that's after we finish this. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw a javelin. Wait, I can jump 40 feet?
I was totally joking. The heavy sarcasm.
Oh, I was about to get really excited. If I could just get high enough to like grab its foot and climb up.
I mean, you can jump far, but not that far.
A lot of trees.
I mean, yeah, there are trees under it. Why would I have to roll to climb a tree?
Given that you're a cat, I think you're good. It's just half your movement when you're moving up, climbing, because you don't have a
How
climbing
tall are
speed.
those trees, Ty? How tall?
Tallest one's probably 10 feet. Well, 15.
It's still gonna be out of range because like you're like 6 feet tall, so I get you 21, but you can only jump like 10 feet upwards. So.
That's
Oh
sad.
yeah, because
Okay.
vertical jumps are terrible.
If it gets lower, I'm definitely climbing on its back because that's the best way to die.
That's what Thaddeus did last time. But that one,
That's exactly what I was going to try and do this thing because I was going to jump on it and cast Warding Wind to give it difficult terrain for all its movement and save you all. Like,
Well,
So you-
I'm gonna make it angry and throw a javelin at it.
an 11 will not hit.
will it matter if she has less?
Go ahead and roll it. Nope. So, as you kind of move your way underneath it, you chuck the javelin, but this thing is just kind of doing circles, and it manages to just sort of dive out of the way. You lose sight of the javelin, but, I mean, it's bound to come down at some point. One would hope. Yeah, oh, quick, so... is screaming at Hobble for continuously leading Thorokhan in this direction. He goes darting this way. He's gonna short bow.
Why you gotta come over by me and hit that motherfucker? Go the other way.
Why doesn't he fucking help?
He,
Bro, scoop me up onto your thing and let's go.
You want nothing to do with. You're pissing Thorokhan off. You're leading him towards us. This is no good.
Sorry, I'm doing damage.
Yeah, at the end of Oquixo's turn, as Thorokhan is sort of kicked off the Saurian. He's using his legendary action. He's moving towards you, Hobble. Go ahead and give me an opportunity attack.
Do I get to pick which one?
Yeah. Ooh. Now I gotta read. Hold on. 22. Can't do nothing about that. Yeah. Throkan kind of pushes away. The Saurian kind of just whips itself back around and just took a gouge out of his backside. He stumbles forward, but it is only 7 damage. It's not bad.
Alright, I'm gonna plead my case here, Mr. DM. So, if I cast Darkness, I use a sorcery point and not a spell slot. Do I still have to deal with concentration, since it's like an innate ability?
Absolutely.
Well, fuck y'all.
That would be so broken.
That fucking shit is useless.
Can I cheat?
Well, I'm supposed to be able to have other abilities, and we nerfed them, so I was just hoping that maybe there was some goodness
Your
to
new
it.
abilities are so much better.
What abilities?
Your new abilities are so much better than what you have. Oh, yeah.
What you got, Thad?
I don't know, my whole shit was riding on that, so let me see.
Well, next time, message me that while you're thinking about it, so that we don't wait till your turn to figure it out.
That's true. So he's 40 feet up still?
He's 40 feet up. Got a nice little text box for you.
Alright, yeah, I don't really want to get any closer, so I'm just gonna toll the dead again.
Who's this on?
The Pterodon.
Who hasn't taken any damage? Nobody's even attacked him yet. Wisdom save. Will fail. Taking 10 as it's just hovering above this sound booming all around it. So let's add another screech. And that's it for... Or is that it for you? Takes 10 for that. So I guess I could mark for you.
I'm gonna dip over. Just kind of get behind that little ledge. Not that I'm trying to hide or anything, but be less conspicuous.
Okay.
Put it back on a Quitsu, motherfucker.
And he wouldn't have seen where that came from. So it's now just pissed off, angered, still hovering above with Airdeth and the shield beneath. He's going for the shield and just dives bombs straight down.
Oh, mistakes of me, Pterodon. That is going to hit her because her armor is damaged.
What's her armor at?
16.
Oof.
She got the ooze. And
Oh, that's right. Fucking ooze. I forgot about that shit, yeah. Yeah,
Ow.
as this thing comes darting straight down, its elongated sort of beak head piercing straight through you, and it tears outwards with it and kicks you off and darts 40 feet straight back up.
Fucking flyby. So you just take 34 off?
Should only be 17, you're still raging.
Yeah, put it back on food.
Is angling itself slightly, so it's only going to 35. Okay. Which brings it to throw con.
Busy making a hole his bitch.
Wait, I thought his turn was moving towards me. How did he get, like...
Legendary actions.
Fuck this guy.
What? A Bosch? How many people have we actually... Has it literally only been Throw Khan and Vorsong who have had legendary actions against you guys? I think so.
No, dragons have them.
I pretty...
Didn't,
No, I guess...
No, we never fought the Ford, or the Smith.
The Smith? Oh,
Yeah.
Ramil.
But
Yeah.
we fought ancient dragons who had legendary actions, and I think the adult ones. That's what the
Well, no, I don't... none of the ones in Warhill used them.
No, they weren't old enough.
And neither was the green. The only one that had them would have been the purple one that was not a fight.
There was the ancient black one that we fought as well. At the
Oh, at the very end, yeah. Wow, still very little, all things considered. Are you within 5 right now? Oh, it doesn't matter. He's gonna move. As he kind of gets up close to you, kind of comes to a halt and just... as he gets within 5 feet, because he's an asshole like that, very clearly just imposing over you, he holds out his arm and you watch out of your peripheral as this same aura envelops the trident. As he hits his hand, it sort of lets out this very minor explosion. I need you to make a Constitution save.
I need you to suck my dick.
So you only take 3.
See, wine just makes him angry.
You take 3 from that, which is bonus action, and then he's going to attack twice with the trident and once with his claw. Do I want to cash in any of my crits? I bought those specifically for Hobble, but I mean...
I don't need them. Hashtag shield, come on.
I mean, we're definitely shielding.
I was waiting for it.
the other attack too. But
I mean, no, you pick... If you don't do it on this one, then you lose it. I mean, it's up for the rest of your turn. It shouldn't matter anyways. Okay, so what does that put you up to total?
21. Oh my god. I gotta fucking portent that or I'm down.
Sure do. And
He critical fails that last one.
and his claw.
He gets 3 attacks?
Yeah, man. You still have that.
That's honestly not that unheard of.
Yeah, man.
What? Does that surprise you? I mean, troglodytes are CR 1/4 and they have 3 attacks. CR 1/4. Just saying.
Yeah, but I'm CR fucking 5 or some shit and I get 1 attack.
That's because you're a little bitch.
Wizards suck.
You want to go ahead and give me a con save? Actually, you need to give me 2 con saves for your web.
Oh, the web can die in a... I don't care about that.
Okay. Probably more occupied anyways. Luckily that claw doesn't kill you as the first one goes over your head. The second one, you kind of split second. Everything seems to slow down as you move out of the way. Angered and pissed as he pulls back the trident, he just rakes across the other side of the claw. You don't quite see it coming in time, and it just tears across your flesh, leaving this bloody 3-lined trail. That's it for him. It's on to Erdith.
Alright,
still
so
up.
I'm going to shout to Hull to hide. And I'm going to go charging forward, sword extended. I'm going to, with uber advantage, shoot some shots into Throkan. So that one's me 9 damage. That's gonna be 1 damage. So close, 1 away from a crit. Oh shit, I rolled 2 1s for the first one then. Crap. Anyway, that's gonna be 10 damage on him.
This is a Throcon, right?
Throcon, yeah. And yeah, I showed a couple to hide and advancing towards Throcon.
Okay. I'm charging up.
So bonus action healing word in the shield because she's probably going to take a big old hit next turn.
Okay. Come running up, throwing a heal on the shield just as you leave, then hurling. Oof.
Oh, it didn't work. Another one. No, it's going to be 6 damage. Healed on her. Hey.
Nice. Yeah, hurl out both bolts at Throcon, who's just infatuated with Hobble at the moment, not even bothering to dodge out of the way, just slam into his backside. You see him kind of stagger back, but he takes almost no notice of it.
Oh, sorry, there's more damage on that as well. He took another 6 damage from my
Hex.
Hexblade Curse.
Yep.
Which means he's actually taken another 12 damage from me because I Hexblade Cursed him before.
Done and done. Hobble.
Taking Erudith's advice, I'm gonna Misty Step away.
Huh. Bye.
Told you, man.
Which way are you going?
And I will continue to dash, and I'm gonna slide down this little hill here. Is that full movement, or do I lose something for...
No, I mean, moving downwards, you don't lose anything.
Okay.
You're kind of just sliding down. It's fine. Another 50 on that?
Yeah. My Raven is gonna come over, fly after Throcon and provide help. I guess my fucking Saurian is just gonna charge at him instead of being tactical and smart.
What intelligence is that monster? Is like intelligence 2, is it? Maybe a Saurian?
It's got 2, but it has 12 wisdom.
Not at all wisdom score.
It's wise enough to know it should do something better than this, but not smart enough to come up with a plan.
Yeah, that is going to hit. Throcon has not used his reaction, and as the Saurian comes just charging at him, taking a no, he healed the shield. Taking a massive kind of bite out of Throcon's shoulder just as he's getting ready to charge out after you. You watch Throcon suddenly just turn around on the spot and swing sideways in with the trident. With advantage. I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit that and deal 19 damage to that Soren. That's his reaction. That's it for the Soren. The shield.
Yeah, this part's me. So I'm going to throw another javelin at it.
Okay. Yeah, 24 is definitely gonna hit. This is at the Pterodon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as this thing is still swooping straight back up after having pierced straight through you, pull out fourth javelin, chuck it up. You manage to catch it right in the underbelly. It swerves off for a moment and kind of levels out around 35 feet, looking like it's turning back down to go at you. And anything else?
It gets an opportunity attack if I run, right?
I mean, it's 35 feet up, so no. Although you could be throwing two javelins, can't you? You have 2 attacks.
No.
Oh, do I have 2? I thought I only had 1 attack.
You do, but you can't throw 2 javelins. They don't have the ammunition property. It takes
Is it? Oh yeah, duh. You're right. You're right.
Okay, so yeah, I'm running away.
Man, I forgot about that.
That's why javelin builds don't work, which is a shame.
Let's get a repeater javelin. Goliath. Goliath.
Just
Thaddeus.
steal throw cons after we
Earl.
kill him.
Just make a portable bolt thrower. Spear chucka. Okay, and you move away. He hasn't used his legendary action yet. So he's gonna. And he's gonna swing with the trident again at this Saurian.
This poor Saurian.
Yeah, 20 will hit, another 12 damage. At this point you're watching, Throkon is seemingly forgotten about you. Simply the annoyance of this creature, disregarding entirely the fact that it's kind of one of his own, as he just takes the javelin, stabs it into the side, holding its head back to get cleaner blows. It's just gruesome and somewhat disturbing. Quixo shooting up again. He's being pretty fucking consistent though. For another 5. And he's gonna keep running. That's it for him. Thad.
So what have we been doing when everybody else is getting off of the mounts? Is that movement or
I
action?
don't think.
Or just...
Well, technically it's supposed to be half your movement to get off a mount, but I think we've been ignoring that because we're bad players.
All right. Okay. How can the Saurian scramble up this ledge here? And if so,
Oh
how
yeah,
much
yeah.
movement would
I mean, they're quite capable of traversing all this terrain, so yeah. It's not
So
difficult
is it,
for them.
okay, so it's normal terrain. All right, cool. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hop up here. At 50 feet, right here, I want to jump off this bad boy. Right there, and kind of send him on the rest of his whatever 10 foot of movement. And then I'm.
Well, he'd be done moving.
That's
Because
what you asked about.
What? No, I mean I'm jumping off while he's.
Precisely,
Ooh,
but you are interrupting his turn. You have a separate turn to his. You can't
Yeah.
use things in the middle of it.
they're technically 2 separate turns, right? So he'd be just above you in the initiative order. That makes it easier to envision.
Yeah, I got you. All right. All right, then I'll stay on him, but we're gonna stop, like right here, and I am going to first of all cast Chill Touch.
Oh man, you guys have got all the crits
Little bit of
tonight.
that.
All right.
Yeah, we
This
know
is-
you card shit.
Yeah, man.
We need all the help we can get. Jesus.
Somebody getting my PayPal? What are you guys doing? That's the pterodon, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as this pterodon comes like turning its attention straight towards Lachille, you suddenly just this hand ruptures out from thin air, kind of grabbing it and raking across its underside as it goes swooping down. Fucking 36.
T-Booty's man.
Yeah, you didn't like that at all.
36. How does?
27.
Yeah. Did you say 36?
Oh, I did, because for some reason my mind read that first one as... I don't know what I read that as.
20.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm like, how does this crit thing work again? What am I missing?
I don't know what I... Apparently I added the ones. I was just like 1 + 1 + 1 + 6. I was just like 10. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
3 and then 6? I don't know.
36. I don't know.
I'm an English
Hey,
major.
yeah. It's 27, but I'll take it.
Man, every time I try to give you extra damage, you like take it away from me. I don't know what you guys are doing.
We're too fucking honest. It's our faults, really.
Apparently.
Let me put that under fault.
Let me go ahead and give myself
flaws
some health back.
Okay, so I'm not done yet, sir. I'd also, as a bonus action, actually, I look over, and as I see Hobble's raving, like flying towards him, like something comes over me. I kind of go into a little bit of a trance, and I feel something inside me, a little bit of jealousy.
What are you doing to my raven, bro?
I'm going to stuff that motherfucker, and
whoa!
No, I am going to. Here it is. So I'm feeling a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of like some kind of divine power flowing through me, and from inside of me, I produce my own raven that flies up towards the pterodon. No, it's good. It's got a friend now. It's a spirit raven.
Did you create a spiritual weapon to look like a raven?
Yeah, man.
I don't think ravens are weapons.
It can be whatever. It can be whatever.
Well, person.
What?
PETA is going to be all over.
No, I can't get hurt, man. It's just a spirit that it passes through them with necrotic damage or whatever, force damage, but we'll flavor it a little bit. Yeah, no, it's cool. Wait till you see me make an attack with it.
This is all I imagine between your raven and his raven. Just the kazoo kid. It's really gross and weird.
Yeah, that's the worst Valentine's card ever.
15, unfortunately, will not hit as the raven kind of just goes soaring to try and catch up at this point. This thing is just dive bombing too fast and going to sweep by.
Is Bless on there? There's something weird. I don't know if that's Bless or not. Like a bunch of letters.
That 1d4.
Yeah, the d4 is Bless.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
All right.
That was really
which means it is on the pterodon who. Still going for Lachille.
I need that spiritual weapon when you get a sec. I think I sent you that token a while back.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of soaring up and then shooting straight back down at you, Lachille. For another dive attack. Not as much damage as the last one, at least.
Small mercies, I guess.
But that was quite a bit of its movement. That was... yeah, as it takes back up into the air, it is now only 20 feet up.
Oh, wait, how tall are the trees that it's over?
Around 10-15. You can get to him.
You're 6 feet tall, you can reach him, eat him.
Plus 5 foot reach. I mean, as this thing is just soaring up past the trees, there'll be nothing to really stop you. Which brings us to Throkan, who still much amidst his blood-frenzied rage, more out of just sheer annoyance, is still going into this poor story. I believe a 17 will hit, and I think that kills it? Yeah. 17.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you watch as he just final jab, holding back the head, thrusting it into its neck, and then kind of tearing off. See part of the neck just ripped, bloody ribbons. And he tosses the corpse to the side. Okay, so as he comes like spinning around, this bloodthirsty Ray just first thing he sees is Air Death, and he's gonna be going after you, much to your satisfaction.
I'm running away from this whole fucking fight. I've got so many things I need to do.
And second attack, as well as the claw, both going into you.
I'm gonna shield, so that's gonna miss.
Yep.
That one will hit though. He takes 10 cold damage for that.
All right. 14 for you. Swinging with the trident, you kind of just move out of the side. This ethereal shield kind of parrying the attack and sending him cascading off. Angered, he spins around and just claws through from the other side, which manages to catch you along the back. As that happens, exploding aura, frost energy, freezing over his hand. He pulls back. That's it for him. Just the 14.
Yeah, con save. Yeah, 4 damage on me and a con save. Which I guess. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I did. Special roll. Oh man, double ones again. What am I doing?
Is that advantage?
It's not supposed to be, but the first roll was 13. It's because my
did you-
attacks on him double advantage. So.
You had you have temporary hit points?
Yeah, that's what Bag of Fist does. So while I have the temporary hit points, they take damage, and then that's it. I had 10 in total.
No, I'm asking if you still have them.
And that's it. I've got, I've
Okay.
got 4 hit points down.
Cool. In that case, it's on you. He's taking his 10.
Cool. So yeah, I strike at him with my booming blade, just bring a big arc down on top of him. On top of that, I'll be adding a defensive flourish. Oh, another 2. So I'm going to take 14 damage total, and my AC this round is 20 base. And I am also going to give another second level healing word to the shield.
Okay. So using this frenzied rage, you they swing in opportunely, the blade booming off. Did that roll with advantage? Oh yeah, it did.
My attack, yeah, it should, because he's got very far.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, it's double damage because of the accuracy.
Right. Okay. Using his reaction, he is swinging back with advantage himself.
That's too high. I got nothing about it.
Another 17 as you come whipping in with this booming blade. He staggers back, angered, furious, not even trying anything precise. He just kind of swinging wildly. One of them manages to catch you, and you take 17 from that.
Yep, Pepper concentrated, so you're still in the effects very fast.
Still good. Good for you then, right? So hobble. What's his reaction?
My raven, I'm gonna have fly, put itself between me and Throkon, and attempt to help Air Death. And for my action, I am going to fireball, such that I only hit Throkon. And unfortunately incinerate the corpse of my poor.
Literally just about to say that. But yeah, no problem at all.
No, it doesn't incinerate my Raven.
I don't know why your Raven's even there, man. It's doing literally nothing.
It's helping you. Hit it. Hit throw.
No, it's
He's
not.
already got it. Fairy Fire gives everyone advantage on attack rolls.
Fine, then my Raven flies up to the other fucking thing.
Dex check. Whew, which he'll pass. There's my crit. 15 more to go. Bought 16 of those babies.
Let's do goddamn level 3 spell for 13 damage.
Yep. This is why you don't cast Fireball on single targets.
Listen, if you guys fucking move, I could hit 2 people.
No, you couldn't. It's 20 feet in the air. You couldn't hit it at all.
Shut up.
20-foot radius. You could.
No? 20 foot radius means the arc you would have to be well within 20 because the top and bottom doesn't reach 20 feet outwards.
The shield.
I'd like to find the tallest tree in this little grouping and climb it.
Yep.
And I guess
Doesn't even matter that
Trying
it's
to
difficult
jump?
because you have 45 feet of movement and you just scurry up that tree, pulling out, I presume, O attack. And as you reach the top, I assume you're going to cleave into this motherfucker.
I am.
Yeah, you know, just barely. You have Bless if you want to do that as well.
Or that.
Is it already on there?
It would also do nothing. So.
Bummer. I just wanted to see how high we could get that. Go ahead and do that Divine Fury. And your second attack.
Wait, why doesn't she get?
It's already in
It's
there.
already on.
So, 19 is that a 30? 30 exact. Yeah. Come running up the tree, pulling out the weapon, just cleaving in to the lower half of this thing as it continues to move straight upwards. You manage to grab one of its back legs, small clawed, and completely cleave it off as it bursts with this radiant energy. Yeah, there's just blood pouring down from the sky. It's like fucking Slayer out there, and it's just raining blood on you, Lashiel. It's intense. 30 damage. Fucking hell.
Do I have enough movement to get back down the tree?
It would have been 30 feet to get up, but
This isn't the shield I know. She'd have jumped on that bit.
Yeah.
She'd have been riding it.
Well, I'm hoping it'll come closer and then it'll be easier to get on.
You right next to it.
alright. Oh, quick Zoe. Shooting his little short bow. Still being awesome. Dealing 7 more damage to this thing. Thaddeus.
What do you want me to use for my spirit weapon?
Oh yeah, I never pulled that out because I'm cool.
I resent it to you on Discord.
I mean, I've got it in here somewhere. I'll pull it out. I assume it's moving towards one of the enemies.
Yeah, I mean it was right in the space where the pterodon was before. So if it moved less than 20 feet, it would just go for that again, or move toward. I'm assuming he went like 15 feet down and whatever.
Yeah, I mean he's
10
falling
feet
back
or
up, so you have enough movement to get to it. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So I'll make that attack.
Which will hit for another 9. And mowing this fucker down.
And I will chill touch again on the terror.
also gonna hit. So another 24 total on the pterodon as the raven just goes clean through, kind of entering its body, emerging out the other side, all the while these two skeletal hands just coalescing around it and gripping tight as it tries to fly away. Its missing leg pouring blood and just things flying through it. It's terrible. Its skin is becoming somehow more decayed and rotted than it already is. Throkon is going to use his legendary action.
Oh wait, I'm not done.
Oh,
well,
he's not.
I'm done, but I'm gonna hop off the Saurian and well, first I'm gonna kind of grab his head like you would a dog and like point it at Throkon and be like, get him, and then just hop off and send him running in that direction.
He's not happy about that, and he almost goes after you, but he then takes off towards Throkon.
Well, then I'm glad he's gone. So he did his at least 30 feet of movement or whatever it is. So he can do a bite and a claw, is that correct?
Depends, he has to knock him prone.
So let's see. So I can do a bite or a claw now, and then if he goes prone, I can do another one. Where's
You do a bite, and then if the pounce is successful, then you get to do a claw attack as well. A claw, then a bite, sorry, my bad.
Which unfortunately still does not hit with an 18. Even with the fairy fire. The thing comes running up.
Oh, Bless is not. Oh, he's not.
Yeah, he's not blessed. As he comes up, charging up, Throkon sees him last second, kind of just with an elbow, smacks him straight in the jaw, throwing the lizard off balance. As Throkon turns around from that, using his legendary action to attack again into air to death.
And sorry, I meant to move 30 feet toward Hobble.
So close.
Shield misses.
Yep. Looking for those 27s again.
Shield is still up, I think, just cast again.
The pterodon. Yeah, as Throkon kind of swings in, not able to hit you because of the shield and just the quick dodges, you seem to be evading his attack. The Saurian now just charging into him. He takes a step back and Throkon, no! You see the pterodon up top, suddenly kind of swerve around and dive bomb for the Saurian. How far does he need to go for dive bomb? Yeah, he's good.
Still alive.
Oh, he's still... Yeah, he must have been the meaty one then.
That's a meaty one.
57, not bad.
I mean, not anymore, but yeah.
23.
you know. Yeah, this thing just comes in, not even like really biting, but just grabbing with both claws, raking across the backside of this Saurian. You see massive swaths of scaled flesh just ripped off and thrown to the ground as the thing takes back to the air, heading up another 30 feet. Oops. Which brings it to Throkon. Swinging in.
Miss.
26, right?
25.
Oh, 25. Missing with all of them. That's it for him. I mean, he just swings in with a trident, trying to claw in, just evading the attacks, making him more and more angry. It's a deja vu, and it's on you.
All right. So yeah, I begin sort of circling around a little bit, and yeah, as he comes in for one of his attacks again, I swing up the booming blade under his chin. 27, and I'll do once again a defensive flourish. This time with 3, so that's going to be 20 damage total because he gets 3 from my curse as well.
20.
20 total.
Alright, anything else?
I am going to give, and I'm not going to leave it at that, that's fine.
Okay, so as you bring the blade up, booming, straight as it hits his chin, you see him knocked back as he stumbles. There's this almost dazed look in his eyes. You can see that the orbs socketed within his face are completely black, but you can still sense this almost dazed sense as he snaps out of it. Swings in using his reaction. This one with advantage. Not quite.
I'm going to shield between this 26 AC this turn.
Okay. Hobble.
I'm just gonna keep firing and running. A Raven's gonna follow after the Pterodon because it's a scrappy little guy and it likes to fight. I'm going to Firebolt, throw con. Keep on running along.
Keep on keeping on. He takes another 11. It's down. Okay, yeah, he just tossing out the firebolt, slams into him. I mean, you can see it smoldering off as it charges his scales. He doesn't seem to take notice as he's too angered and just swinging constantly into air death. Brings it to the shield.
Alright, I'll jump out of my tree. And run over here. What do I need to roll to jump out of a tree?
Nothing.
No? Okay. And yeah, I guess I'll... Wait, Spiky Dude isn't dead, right? Okay,
Throw con is not dead.
Okay, cool, yeah, I'll hit him twice. Since, you know, he's on the way to he's on the way to the bird.
Hey, that'll hit. So, you know.
That'll hit too?
Yes, it will. And Divine Fury, already at 30, 38. Woo! Alright, yeah. Come slamming down on the ground as you jump out of the tree and quickly just heave into Throcon with his own sword as it erupts in this bright flare of divine energy, knocking him back pretty tremendously. He's using his legendary action on Lasheel with that one. Oh. Yeah, no, that's right. Wah wah, could have been air death.
Could have been. Just hit.
17, or not 17, that'll be 6 and 2, so 8 damage to you.
No, 10. She's on a bear.
Oh, that's right. Heyo. So used to that. I just think it's a fucking rule, right? That's just all barbarians, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 10 damage. So he swings in with the trident. First time you're feeling it, but as it hits you, this cascading, almost ethereal, brackish water just blasting into you as well. For your turn, right, Lasheel?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. At this point, I mean, you're seeing him. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of wounds. He's bleeding from multiple areas, but he is looking far more enraged. This is almost akin to the same sort of rage you saw the larger Croxagore creatures going through. And it's on the Skink Warriors. Or not Skink Warrior, but, you know, a Quixo. First time for everything as Quixo comes riding up on the mount, lets out a shot that is soars off in the distance. Pterodon now too far away. Bad.
That's John's Raven there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still didn't pull you out one. I'm just a dick.
Where is he? Just give me something. I don't care what it is. I just need a representation of where the hell I am.
I'm gonna find it one day.
Dude, I said
I'm not uploading something new into the game right
It
now.
would take a second.
No, it wouldn't actually. It would not take a second at all.
Really?
I'm not sure if you're aware of how my Roll20's been acting up, you know, for the last few months.
Yeah.
Not a bad
I don't care.
I'll pull you
Give me
out
something.
a random Raven though.
Fucking square. I don't care.
There you go.
The dump. I can't control it. Also, it's huge.
Well, I'm not done yet. It's just a flying emblem. That's what you get.
Discus.
Okay. I still can't cancel it.
Bear with me.
All right. So where he was there?
He was over here where the Pterodon was.
Thought it was like here.
And the Pterodon was on top of this tree. Or actually, sorry, it's top of this tree technically. That's where Lasheel was.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So he would be making his way towards like whatever third is fine. Thaddeus is going to go over to Hobble and hand him a healing potion. Well, wait, what if I hand it to him? It's just an interaction, but if I feed it to him, it's a bonus action, or
Hobble's reaction to take it from you, and your interaction to give it. Or sorry, your bonus action to give it to him, and his reaction to take it.
Okay.
Sure.
So yeah, I give you one.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're looking rough there, Hobble. Here, take this.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Terry.
So does he roll on his reaction?
No, he has to
too?
use
Or
it
does he-
on
I
his turn.
Take it.
He's just grabbing it
so
from a
you
hand.
reaction to grab it, action
yeah.
or bonus action or whatever to take it. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Back to Terry, who's that's what I've named. It's Terry the Pterodon, and he is.
Is that from Pee-wee? Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Terry the Pterodon likes saurian meat, and he is
I believe it.
going to dive back down. Hitting and just barely killing that Pterodon as it swoops down and just clutches it in its massive maw. You watch as the top half is just ripped away. Pterodon takes back up into the air with this secondary trail of blood now following in its wake as he just gobbles it down. It's not even really on the map anymore. And yeah, hovering about 30 feet up. Now, super pissed off, Throcon's using his second legendary action to swing.
Too cool.
That said, he's equally mad at this point. That's going for the shield. Is that a fit air death as well? Motherfucker!
Yeah, it was, yeah.
That is another 7, 12 damage on the shield though.
Not looking good.
And now it's his turn. Alright, so as the trident with that sort of reaction cleaves into you and just, not cleaves, but pierces straight through your shoulder, the shield kind of kicks you off, seeing the massive wounds coming from you. He sort of, you cannot stop him! And he's going in for you. Again.
Fly the shield.
.20 hitting. This time he takes the trident, 2 hands, just straight up into your gut, kind of lifts you a few feet off the ground before he pulls it out and drops you straight down. You go unconscious, and he turns his vision to air death and just and swings in.
Anyone else's spells disappearing when you highlight them sometimes?
That's a spicy miss. And his claw.
That's not 44.
It is 44, thank you very much. Well, a 44 hit air death? I think so.
Barely.
That doesn't hit you, right?
Red for all the fun.
Because you're a defensive flourish.
Indeed.
Alright, that is it for him. It's on to you.
Cool. Well, seeing the shield go down, I'm gonna use my bonus action to Healing Worker. Just the first level this time, really risking my safety. 6 hit points for her. And then I'm going to turn my attention back to
Throki?
Throkan and just rain down a flurry of attacks. Oh shitbag. This triple advantage is really not doing it for me. I have like a 20% crit chance right now, and I have not had anything even close. So that's going to be 16, 23, 26 damage.
Actually, first time it matters. That will, not hit. He sure is.
Well, if Flourish doesn't count, then I don't use that, so I've got 2 left still. Have to hit first. Yeah, I haven't got anything else to attack him with. So that's that.
Goes to Hobble then.
I don't have anything.
I mean, you've been just critting with firebolts. Don't why fix what
I
isn't
know, I
broken?
could just keep throwing firebolts at him.
Yeah, it died. It was gobbled up.
That explains the missing body there.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's realistic, man. Yeah.
No, I'm not on top of my immersion game at the moment.
See, now I'm metagaming where I want to take an action, but because I know he has legendary actions, it's not going to fucking work. I want to
the fact that you could wear them down is important.
Well, I want to fear him, but I know that Ty's going to do some fucking bullshit if he fails.
Yeah, but that's fine, because I have something way worse than fear that we could try. And once he
Alright.
wastes his legendary resistance, then it's gone. That's how they work.
Oh, I thought he got it back.
No, that's
Oh
reaction.
man, you'd never be able to kill things. It'd be so bad. Well, I mean, you would, but it'd be ridiculous.
Alright, well, in that case. I can't tell what the range is on this. Oh, it's self? Oh, fuck me.
No. It's a cone, self cone. It's like 30 feet or 60 feet. Just read self.
Okay, each creature in a 30-foot cone.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta move up for it. I don't think you'll get there this turn.
I mean, in that case. Oh, I'm super far away.
You're like 67. You'd have to be not till next turn.
Yeah, in that case, I got to dash.
Dangerous
I'll
game.
tilt this. Cover me.
You're half dead. What do you mean covered?
Don't worry, this is gonna look super well.
Already covered with blood.
Do I want to do that? I feel like I didn't have to do that. No, I'm only gonna dash. I'm only gonna run up 25 feet.
Still have shield, don't you?
Not gonna be enough. Like his 10 is enough to break me with shield, so.
I'm gonna run up 25 and firebolt.
Okay. Hey, it'll hit though. So you got that going for you. Yeah, come running up, but I mean, you're weak. You're bleeding from multiple puncture wounds, and as you hurl out the ball, I mean, it hits, but there's not much oomph behind it. Anything else?
No, that's it. My Raven.
You can bonus action that healing potion. That.
Oh, I can bonus action the healing potion. I'll do that.
You need to turn bless up on your sheet.
Okay, I will. I forgot that I had it on.
While you're doing that, the Raven moves.
What's the
with shield.
healing potion? 2d4 plus 2? What is it?
Depends on which one he gave you. I think you guys have regular and greater, right? Because Throkan had given you guys greater, so I don't know which one he gave you.
I do have a greater,
Or
so
not the-
yeah, I would have given.
Sorry. Krokrokan gave you
I
guys
would have
graders.
given you the greater.
So 44 plus 4?
Yeah.
Where's Bless on my sheet? I can't find it on
There's
this
a
new
modifier
one.
on the right hand side, which is like it says what it has your personally ideals, bonds and flaws. It's really got like the modifiers. And
Oh, I see it.
and you have it checked up.
Why are you snooping through my sheet?
I'm not. I just know what it looks like.
It's the same place on everybody's sheet.
Oof. It could have been better. Alright, so moving up, pop your potion. The shield needs a death saving throw. Oh no, you healed her. JK.
Yeah, I'm up.
Doing.
You're up. So half your movement to stand up, and what are you doing?
I just hug our friend here and try to grapple him and keep his arms like stuck to his side?
Grappling Throkan?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, just one thing to know: you were unconscious, so you're not raging, so you can do that first.
Wait, what?
You were incapacitated and knocked unconscious, so rage ends. So you need to use it again now, but it's a bonus action, so you can do it basically for free. So just.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do I have another rage? Oh, okay, then absolutely should probably get up, be mad that I went down in rage. And then what do I need to roll for grapple? Is it athletics?
Yep.
Or
Contested athletics.
You have advantage because you're reading.
okay, cool.
Just good because he's mad strong.
That'll do it. So yeah, as you stand back up, furious with the fact that you went down, pushing aside your wounds, you rage, quickly grab hold of his arms as he's swinging into Erda, wrench it behind his back, and simply hold him as best you can. Is there anything else on your turn? You still have an
Do a
attack.
second attack.
Yeah.
But what you can do, which you might not know, is you can knock prone with your attack. So you can do the same thing again and attempt to knock him on the floor. And if he fails his check on that, he will be unable to stand up because you have him grappled.
So basically, it's opposed to athletics again.
Yeah, but you're really good at that. So it's up to you. You can either like roll your attack against him and like just attack him with advantage from Fairy Fire, or you can attempt to just basically make him completely impotent here and put him on the floor.
No, I'll knock him down. That sounds fun.
Another post.
Oh shit.
That's 21. It's good. It's good.
It's fine. That'll do it. And as you kind
Yay!
of sweep back behind him, grabbing both arms, kicking the front of his legs backwards, he immediately just falls to the ground. He's now prone. He's not happy about being prone. He's swinging into you. Which, oddly enough, he could still use his weapon for.
Yeah, just disadvantage.
Yep, that's prone. Yeah, as you're kind of on top of him, you see him kind of thrashing about. He manages to swing himself around and just try to stab in with the trident.
Me and my 6 hit points here.
So fucking close.
That's fun while it lasted, y'all.
Fortunately,
Don't
that
worry, we'll be joining you
He
soon.
does the exact same thing you attacked him as well, though. The first attack he does is his full reckless riposte thing that he has. Retaliation, I think.
well, no, that had to be a legendary action. He's already used his reaction to shield or to parry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, as he swings himself around, now sharing that same anger as you, just stabs up with the trident, just to catch you as blood pours out from your mouth and shoves you off of him. He's still prone though, 'cause it's not his turn. And it goes 2-0 quick, so. Where's your short bow? Back at it.
This is on point, isn't it?
It's only missed
There's
once.
a reason he leaves those kicks.
There it is. All right, as he comes like charging up on the story and just lets out a shot, you watch it cascade into the pterodon's eye. Like this terrifying screech. It kind of drops 5 feet before picking itself back up. His pterodon is looking fucked up at this point. And a quick
The
so.
best thing about OKXO is he hasn't even been rolling with proficiency on his weapon. He's just been rolling amazingly every single time.
Oh, is it not working on there?
It's not good proficiency. It's just +3. He's rolling +3 every time.
And Saurian's heading up. Thaddeus.
All right, I'm going to move up 30 feet, kind of following and running past Hobble to try to protect him from himself. And the spirit weapon, since the pterodon flew back that way, he would be in range now, so he would reverse his course and go in for an attack. Or she, it, whatever. And then Thaddeus is going to. How does the pterodon look like?
It's looking fucked up. It's missing a leg. It's got an arrow in its eye. You've raked it along its underbelly. It's looking fucked up.
Okay.
I mean, this thing is like struggling to maintain itself in the air.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for some more belly work there. See if we can't tickle him again.
13. Not quite enough as you simply. Skeletal hand comes up behind it, raking across the other side of its face where that eye is, cascading down the side of its body and off the wing. You see it descend on one side as it drops down, losing more velocity and altitude, barely grabbing onto the trees to stabilize itself and pull itself back up. Is there anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Then it goes to it, and yeah, it's not too happy about that. It can't attack the spirit weapon, but this time kind of turned around, seeing you as the source of that. It's a diving for you. You see it kind of pick itself up just barely, and then drop down.
Fucking Christ. Holy shit. I am so dead right now. The 36 would have dropped me to 1 hit point.
I mean, you still have 1 hit point. You're,
Yeah, I got that ability.
yeah, you're all good.
The fuck?
Fucking hell. Oh, actually, you can't use on a crit, can you? I don't think it works on a crit. It says specifically, it said there's on one.
Let me see.
What is that's grave domain? Or not grave,
Strength of the Grave. Well,
Yeah.
but you changed it.
I didn't touch that at all. The only thing I touched was the darkness site. That's the only thing I ever touched.
No, you touched this because it was supposed to be like I rolled, like I can do it multiple times, but I had to like roll or something. You said, that's dumb. We'll just give it to you like once per rest. That you just.
Oh yeah, we're using the orc rule because it's far better for you.
So it doesn't say anything about crits being an issue.
Yeah, we're just using the straight half orc thing. Because I think with the one that you have right now would have been useless, right? Because it's based on the damage you took.
I don't know. I what I have on my character sheet is what we talked about. Oh yeah, here I got it. Here it's I can make a con save, DC 5 plus the damage taken on a success. I drop.
Yeah,
1 hit.
that's why we changed it, because it was absolutely useless. So you're welcome.
66 check?
Right? Yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
You wouldn't need a crit, and even actually no, you wouldn't, because there's no such thing as a crit. So yeah, you're welcome. Let me check what this is.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Relentless Endurance. When you're reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead. Yeah, you're good. You drop to 1. Nothing about a crit as this thing comes down. Yeah, I mean, it takes this colossal raking swath out of you. Both wings sort of just pincering through you. It kind of picks you up, but you manage to pull yourself off and drop to the ground instead. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and just in case he has more maneuvers or whatever, Thaddeus is playing dead like a motherfucker right now. I'm assuming, or did he drop to the ground? Like when he dies, does he fall to the ground and then?
I don't. You never actually die. You never go unconscious.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
like literally, he pincers you with both wings, kind of soaring upwards. You're dead, and then suddenly just come back to and pull yourself off the wings. You manage to hit the ground. It's kind of superhero land in that shit. 1 knee. You're up.
Okay.
Somehow. And
Gonna make that massive constitution save, so that's less.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh, it's only DC 30.
And this thing is now swooped back up 30 feet in the
Pretty
air.
close. Pretty close. Oh,
Does that pass?
Wait, why is it
No, you failed.
30?
It's half the damage you took.
Oh, is it? I thought it was always just like above 10.
No. 10 is the minimum if it's below that. So yeah, that
Gotcha.
is DC 30. You almost get it, but I mean you died, so bless drops. Make sure everyone removes that from their sheet. Just hobble.
It's very funny because you could have got to 29. You could have matched 29 DC.
So fucking close. Well, I could have only got to 28 anyway. Well,
Yeah, 29.
if Bless would have been a 4 and I'd have crit, I'd have got 29. But I probably just deserve it at that point anyway.
Yeah, I mean you're alive. Let's
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is that Lashield's death saves no one get blessed.
Oh, that's true. That said, he's got his second legendary action. He's still prone, so it's going to be disadvantaged as he swings in there to right before he gets up. 15 will not hit. Now it's his turn. He is standing up, kind of swings in just to push you back so he can thrust himself up off the ground. Seeing her dead, seeing Thaddeus kind of go down, and he sort of just stands there for a moment. And he's going in with his full array on you.
Beat it. Just one fucking easy. Yep, Aaron.
16. That'll miss.
Misses.
And clickety claw. Wow, 2 of them! I might be crit failing more than I'm crit successing tonight. That's impressive. Good thing too.
Everyone knows that crits store thing. It's just on there.
God, I got those black market crits this time. I went cheap on them. Wasn't worth it.
Oh my god, that was the best of 3 rolls. That is the 3rd time I've double natural 1 for my advantage.
Oh, that's fairy fire.
That's very fire, yeah.
The one time that the Raven's not there to give you advantage, no less. Cool.
Yeah, sucks for you beating, you know,
It'd gone
my poor Raven all this time.
It'd gone by now, 'cause it'd be like,
Yeah, it would have been gone by now. It's just funny.
It never helped me.
It's just hilarious. Yeah, that's his full array of attacks. As much as you manage to dodge out of the way of one, or most of them, one trident kind of clips you off guard, slicing through. You take the whatever that was, 16 damage. That's it for him. It's on you.
Alright. This sucks because I haven't got my fantastic ability anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna have to just keep attacking him because it makes me see better. So. Fucking yes.
Ooh, there's that.
And my AC increased by 3 this turn. So he's going to take 20, 28, 32, 40 damage from me.
Goddamn.
Yeah. One time I don't have much of an advantage, mind you. Fucking hell. 40 damage from me, AC of 21 this turn. And I am going to use my last healing word to revive the shield. Instead of keep myself alive, because, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yay!
How many spells do you have left?
That's it.
How many times have you healed me in this fight alone?
Just twice.
Quite a lot. No, more than that. That's 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, I healed her when she wasn't dead.
Oh yeah, when you. That's right. When you were running over. Okay.
That's right, I have 1 spell slot left and that's it. So no, nothing good.
So, as Throkan gets up, you break your concentration and then own in again, swing up the blade, just poof, bursting with energy. As much as he tries to parry the blow, you knock him back entirely, pushed back, legitimately, pushed back a couple of feet. 40 fucking damage. As that happens, he pulls himself back together. I mean, you see him try to go in with his reaction, but there's nothing on that this turn. Yeah, I mean, he's staggered. And for the first time, there is this almost glint of fear in his eyes as he recomposes himself and it goes to hobble.
How high off the ground is this pterodon? Is that 30 feet still accurate?
Yep. Sick 80 feet movement makes it real easy to dive bomb.
Hold on, I got a Pythagorean theorem this shit.
Are you trying to do your cone?
No, I'm trying to see if I can fireball in between both of them and hit them.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, they're quite close
That
together.
has nothing to do with Pythagoras at all. But okay.
Yeah, they're super close. It's not even a problem.
It's 33 feet in between them. I can do it. I'm gonna have my Raven fly towards the other side of Throcon and attempt to assist Irideth on the shield, and also get out of the blast radius. And then I'm going to Fireball. For some ass damage.
Starting with Lateradon. And Throcon. Wow.
I can get in the shield.
He's using one of his legendary resistances on that. So
What does he get?
he hasn't used any.
He hasn't been in enough danger yet.
Yeah. So as he's still composing himself, the sudden goes off behind him. Him sort of just last second kind of get down, surprising speed as the flames more or less cascade over him, just licking his backside. That said, the Pterodon is entirely fucking consumed by these flames, and you watch as this, his left wing, as he kind of comes turning back around, explosion goes off and entirely eats away. You see smoldering across these large leathery membranes start to unfold and ravel and crumble in on themselves. It reaches its face and the flesh is immediately just torn away, leaving black smoldering bone. And he drops, hitting the ground. Pterodon's dead.
Good shit.
Oh yeah. Now we can focus 5.
Is this Saurian still performing in any way?
The one in front of you, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So he just started running that way.
Oh, okay.
Seeing like the flames having passed over him, seeing the Pterodon go down, Throcon just yeah, I mean he gets up and he didn't see it come from Hobbles, the problem. He's just mad.
Bro, don't make me waste a level 3 spell slot on a fucking shield.
That would be amazing. I mean, he wouldn't have seen you do it. He just saw the explosion, bird went down, he's mad. Question is, which one of these two is he swinging into? That'll be your death.
That is gonna miss. Is he doing this with advantage, or is it his...
No, because it is a legendary action.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to do a level 2 spell slot the shield, and that is the out of spell, and he misses.
Okay. Yeah. Swings in, pissed, furious that the Pterodon's gone down. You last second, not expecting this. I mean, probably expecting this reaction, actually. The shield goes up as the trident just arcs off with these arcane sparks flying everywhere. Yeah, he's just thrashing about. I mean, he was mad before, but this is insatiable. The shield, it is on you.
Okay, well, Shield's gonna get up. And she can't rage, which I want to be aware that she's really, really fucking pissed off, and this is all Hank's fault.
Shit, you can't rage. You've got no...
Oh, he's out. She's out.
I
But
can't rage anymore.
And that's no reckless attack.
But I can hit him with things, so we're gonna do that.
I mean, you still have advantage because of my Raven.
first
So at
attack.
least there's that.
Oh wait, do I even still have that weapon?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you pick it
cool.
up as soon as you come to consciousness. First one is the one that gets advantage. Fortunately, 17 does not hit, and neither does a 16. I mean, you're weak and weary, and Throcon, with just his wild slashing, you no longer having the benefits of this rage to help you get through the wounds. You very easily just knocking away your weapon. And in response, he's ooh, does he have to be hit? Does have to be hit with that. So he's using his legendary action. He swings back, just battering aside your weapon. Just die! Swings in with the trident. .21 hitting.
Well, it was fun while that lasted.
15 in total this time, as you're not raging. Knocks you unconscious again, skewering you all the way through. This time, tossing you off to the side as he pulls out the weapon. Kano Quixo, keep it up. Oh, he cannot. Running up the side of that ridge, lets out a shot, but it soars past him. I mean, he's trying to avoid air death now. His target's not big enough, but creature's going in.
He's just a pterodon hunter, that's what it is.
He is.
It's his favorite enemy.
Ooh, it's just out, but I'll give it to you because John's right there. John gives him a slap on the ass for what it's worth. It's a bite, I believe. That doesn't fucking matter. Should have stayed back. Gets off the mountain, everything goes to shit. For him, Thaddeus.
Alright, I'm gonna move up next to Hobble here, and I am going to cast Aid on everybody. So you all get 10 hit points plus your max is up by 10.
This doesn't do anything to the shield, by the way, so you can use it on yourself.
Oh, it can't revive her?
She's not getting any actual hit points back, just temporary.
No, it says your current hit points increased by 10. It doesn't say temporary hit point.
But it's not a heal though, and she has not been relieved of the unconscious condition, so...
I mean, it doesn't say anything about it. I don't know, what do you say, Tom?
Looking it up real quick.
I think it's a rule that you can't revive someone with 10 hit points.
They're not 10 hit points.
I do remember I've read
Yeah,
that.
but they're not 10 hit points. It says your current hit points increased by 10.
It's nothing to do with temporary hit points, it's a completely different mechanic.
Oh, so are we healing or is our max?
No.
Do we?
Oh,
Okay.
Your hit point maximum increases, and your temporary hit point, so your current hit points rise to...
Oh, I understand.
Seems to be the consensus that it works. It's not temporary HP, you're good. The shield comes back up.
Yay!
and my Raven's gonna fly down to Furcon and attack. With advantage, yes? No?
No, there's the help action's already been used by the shield.
Oh, so it's not the presence of the bird; it's that it's helping.
It's the next attack made against.
Gotcha.
That's already been used. 17 will miss. It comes swooping. There's just so much going on there, and Throkon managed to push himself back out of the way.
How is he not flanked? And so, I mean, there's like 4 individuals.
Yeah, motherfuckers are all in front of him. And the shield's on the ground.
He had his he had advantage already, there was no need.
Well, that's it for me.
And then the shield was down, and only just now does
What is this orb?
Oh, that's Thaddeus's spirit weapon.
Oh.
Yeah. Glad I went through the time to make that joke. Because this is much.
I mean, it is. It's pretty awesome. Actually, you know what I just realized? It's still a game, right? Where's my Shadow of Valkia game? Oh no, I just deleted it. Motherfucker. Well, never mind. Could have transmogged it over. So.
Oh, from the other?
Yeah. But
It was different anyway. But what?
Pterodon's dead. He doesn't get his reaction. It is on to throw con. With the shield down, he's going into air death. If I can find him. There he is.
This.
What are you at right now?
Fucking did it, didn't he? 24. That's gonna knock me unconscious, man. Even with my extra hit points. Yeah.
So, yeah, Throw-Con just swinging away. You manage to dodge out of the way of a flurry of them. Eventually just prods upwards, gets you in the gut. Blood begins to pour. He pulls out, kicks you off. You slam him to the ground. At least the Saurian still on him. He's swinging with the claw on the Saurian, which is something. Hitting that Saurian for 11. Yeah, actually, I mean, he swipes at that Saurian, cleaving clean through with his claw, kind of shrugging it off to the side, turning his attention towards Hobble and Thaddeus. Comes charging his way over. It's gonna give the Saurian a.
The shield can make an attack as well.
Oh yeah, she's up.
She's on the floor, not necessarily.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't notice though. And he's. Yeah, both of them get attacks of opportunity.
He's going to take 2d8 damage from moving though. He's going to take 4d8 damage from moving.
From what?
A Burning Blade. It's still an effect, it's not my turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he can eat 18 more damage from me. Post-death.
18.
2 hits, 2 ones.
Excellent. And the shield's attack. It's a disadvantage, but... Ah,
So good.
damn shame it was too. But yeah, as you go swinging up, kind of out of the corner of your eye, he catches you and places a heavy clawed foot on the weapon. Stay down! Kind of kicks off, and he's still making his way over to Hobble and Thaddeus. But he's out of attacks, he's done. It's on... You already did your death saving throw, Hobble.
What is the cone of fear? Like what? How wide is the cone?
Equal
Oh,
width
it's 30 feet around me.
No, it's not a radius. It's equal width at any point as far as it is away from you. So at the end, it's 30 feet wide.
Okay, so
if you wanted to do this without hitting anyone, shooting over here would be easy. Would hit nobody at all.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be difficult.
Right, so I'm gonna slide a bit to my left. And cast fear.
Measure that out for me. I guess it doesn't matter.
That's the wrong shape though anyway.
Oh no, they all adjust to the right shape. It's just a matter of doing it horizontally.
Indeed.
That's just how they get dropped out.
Yeah, they're all like Pathfinder templates for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, it all works the same. You just gotta...
Oh no, sure. I was mean by default. That's the Pathfinder stuff.
Okay. So that's only gonna hit him. That is wisdom save. Oh. Unfortunately, he's immune to being frightened.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not sure.
Shit.
I'm not sure why that's actually a surprise.
Alright, well, someone else better do something, because I have 0 spells.
Anything else on your turn?
Put my hands up defensively and say, oh, let's talk about this.
Okay. So as you kind of Throkan just slowly moving his way towards you. He's not even charging at this point. You let out this blast of just phantasmal images. They all kind of cascade past him, and pathetic. Seems to not care whatsoever. And it's on Lachille.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up. I'm going to go over to where he is, and I'm going to hit him again.
Fair response. Both hit. Is that 32?
Yeah.
So, as you get up, come running up from back behind him, cleaving in with the weapon. First one exploding with this energy. He gets kind of tossed forward and spins around, pissed, angry. I told you to stay down. At this point, I mean, he is like kind of struggling to stay up. Actually, he's got the weapon swinging wildly between the three of you. Little skink from behind. Yeah, fuck you, Throkan. That'll hit for a whopping 9. Fortunately, does not kill him, although that would have been hilarious had Oquixo ninja'd that kill.
I'm just like completely waiting for that to be who kills him.
I mean, even less than a turn. It doesn't even need to be his turn before he can kill a party. He's got reaction.
Yeah, which he's going to do. I need to see who that's on. Thaddeus. Let's hope he misses. What's your AC, Thad?
How can you do a reaction against somebody that didn't attack you?
Legendary actions.
Ugh, fuck this.
Yeah, you don't want him to do the reaction one because that's with advantage.
It doesn't really matter what he does if he hits me.
Well, that's why it matters. What's your AC?
19.
You are so fucking lucky that it's like a 19. Yeah, it's a 19.
Means nothing with this guy.
But no, it does, because he could have killed you with that attack. No saves of any kind.
I thought he had to do like a certain amount of damage, my maximum.
Yeah. I mean, he's got quite a bit.
Oh shit! I skipped the mount. Hold on. Because it would actually be real hilarious if he hit and knocked him prone. But nope.
Oquixo's mount is trash, guys.
Okay. Pterodon's dead. It's on to Throkan's actual turn. You lucky motherfuckers. He's going for the mount. Guess it'll depend on how fast he kills him. 17. Oh, what's their AC?
13 hits.
Oh, that does hit. And I think that kills it. 17. Exactly. Kills it. Which means the claw's going on one of you lucky individuals. Hobble. It's gonna hit. Death save from Aerith.
I'm rolling quite well for these. They're at -2.
Death save for Hobble.
I mean, death save for Hobble.
Are you still up?
That's safe.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, 12 hit points.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you had the 10 hit points from Thad. I forgot about that.
And I took
Ooh.
a potion.
That's right. Okay. You're still
Like,
up.
what the fuck are you guys
Sorry, I
talking
thought for sure you were dead. Cool.
I can't
Yeah,
see the
it's-
hit points. It's underneath the giant fucking monster. So
Then it is on you.
For one thing, my raven's gonna fly over and grant some help to the group here. Yeah, I have just a bunch of fucking bullshit left.
Firebolt. That's pretty much all you have, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can firebolt for disadvantage, or I can just dagger him with advantage.
Why would you have? Oh, because of range.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Dagger
ranged
would be
attacks and
funny.
melee. Take disadvantage. And help from the raven doesn't cancel it out, does it?
yeah, of course it does.
Oh, it does. So I get normal.
Yeah, be normal. Which you've been pretty hot at.
So to speak.
I'm just trying to jinx
It's
you.
a
here.
setup, man. When Ty tells you to do it, it's a fucking setup.
I'm just trying to jinx you. I figure if I tell you you've been rolling hot, you'll actually like crit fail.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
See? I know what you're about. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Hobble's just gonna fucking conjure a firebolt in his hand and say, this one's for Cracker Con.
Doesn't give a fuck about Crocker Khan.
He doesn't
I mean-
even remember who Crocker Con is.
On the plus side, he can't reaction attack you for that. Yeah, I mean, you let out the bolt of flame, and it hits him, just licks past his shoulder, and it's cute. But he will use his other legendary action, which misses.
The 2, right? I don't know.
Brings it to the shield.
Oh, dude, his attack bonus is gone from his trident.
They're still showing up from me.
Yeah, he had a +2 attack bonus and everything. On now.
Oh. Would that even matter?
Yeah, it does. I hit that. Oh no, it's just made down. Would have mattered.
Lasheel, how would you like to kill Thro-Khan?
Yay! Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everything froze. I don't know what just happened.
Get water. So what are you doing?
Alan.
Hey, there we go. Okay, sorry. I don't know what just happened. Hi, I just want to hit him and yeah, hurt him. Take something off. I don't know.
Okay. So, as you go reeling behind him, I mean, he swings into Hobble with his trident. Hobble managing somehow to just duck low enough to get out of the way. In that moment, as Throkan kind of recoils, you coming up from behind again, slashing in. You don't even need both attacks. It's just the one. As Oatek comes arcing straight down into his backside, there's this. It gets cleaved straight in, wedged, stuck between these thick, spiked scales. Without even pulling it out, you feel his body begin to go limp as you're now holding him upright with the weapon still embedded in his backside. You kind of pull him towards you, kick him off. He thrusts to the ground. You see him crawl away momentarily, and as you take a few steps forward, cleave back down in. He manages only to turn last second to where you grab him by the shoulder, kind of knocking him back onto his backside. His face now upturned towards you. You see his eyes, previously black, devoid of life, switches his vision between you and Hobble. And for a second, you see the glimmer of something a bit more humane pass over Throkan, this frenzied, insatiable rage having passed with his imminent death. He looks to you, you see his eyes turn to their normal color. He turns to you, Hobble. With you still in range, he kind of grips you and pulls you close. You must stop it. And the last breath of life flows out of Throkan as he goes completely limp on the ground. We are still in combat because we have 2 unconscious players. Quickso's not doing anything. He is in awe.
Can I move?
Yeah, you can move.
Who's unconscious?
Thad and Irdeth.
Yeah, okay, so I'll move over here.
Thaddeus, death saving throw.
Oh, 2 fails.
Back to Irdeth.
Wait, can't somebody
That's
stabilize
not a
this?
natural 1 though.
I mean, we can.
That's a 3 for me, so it's just 1 fail.
Oh, because you still have the fucking death penalty.
Yes, I've been rolling all of these saves with -2. I've been rolling the entire fight with
man.
-2 to hit.
Hobble on you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Earl, I could absolutely save your character if I wanted to.
I assume you're med kitting.
Remember that greater healing potion a little while back, and that aid that kept you alive? Hook a brother up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stabilize Thaddeus with a healer's kit.
So, yeah, stabilize the shield.
Do I have a healer's kit? I'm pretty sure I do. Nope, I can't open my sheet, so I'm just going to assume that I do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone had their own separate healing kits for the
You
sake
have
of resting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll stabilize.
I'm not worried about it. Okay. So, with the 2 healers stabilized, but still unconscious, that leaves Hobble and Lashiel amidst this devastation. Everyone horrendously wounded. Throkan dead. The Pterodon dead. All of the mounts fucking dead. And just you 2 and Oquixo up and alive.
Can I go get that foot I severed earlier?
You can, yeah. It's standing over by
I
Oquixo,
want
who now,
that.
like, slowly, cautiously kind of makes his way over.
For what?
How long you're unconscious? 2 weeks.
Hey, same as you.
That was so fucking close to a TPK.
Yeah.
Team party kill.
You almost killed everybody.
Sure fucking did.
Yeah. He really could have as well. I mean, if he didn't attack that mount. Oof.
I rolled a fucking 2. I rolled a D3 and I rolled a 2, man. So fucking lucky. Alright, so hobble in the shield. You're the only 2 up.
Oh, right, we have to kill a god now.
Correct, yeah. We're out for 2 hours, so just you do your thing. We'll see when you get back.
Let's see if I gave anything to Oquixo. Go ahead and do your thing while I look for this. You 2 are both still up.
On my turn, I am going to pull out my figurine of mysterious power and say the command word. I want it to start purifying Throkon's body.
You can't pull it out. It's not been long enough.
I thought it's been 2 days since
We
the.
left yesterday, didn't we?
I thought we took a night. I thought we had a night
It's
of rest
probably
in the town.
been long enough because
and then a
you
night on the trail.
you rested in Quetzalon and then you rested again at the end of the forest, and then you've done another like almost full day of travel. So it's probably been over 2 days now.
Yeah.
So
Well, in that case,
as
I want it to start purifying Throkon.
I mean, much to your surprise, before you by the time you've stabilized Thaddeus and get to pulling it out, looking at Throkon, he almost, I mean, a lot of his body is still this jagged, corrupt form, but some the semblance of him has returned to the way he was when you first fought him. Nevertheless, you pull out the statue and say the command word, it winds up into a Quetzal. Also not sure if you got my Discord message and whisper.
Yeah, I did. I saw it.
So Quetzal kind of just hovering around, so using lesser restoration on Throkon as it starts to just heal what's left of that body. While that's happening, Oquixo comes up, kind of just letting out this heave, this heavy sigh over Throkon, and then looking to both Airdreth and Thaddeus. You see him produce from his belt these 2 pouches. He tosses one to you, Hobble, and kind of just nods to Thaddeus. You, use! It's definitely not weed. As you
Hobble just gets high.
yeah, as Hubble, as you catch the pouch and kind of open it, you see, I mean, without even opening it, it is this mushy bag. I mean, it feels kind of disgusting. It feels almost like there's just mud in the bag. Opening it up, though, you see there's this sort of white ointment. As you look at it, he's, nah, you use! And he just keeps pointing his spear, or actually his bow is what he still has out, just pointing the bow at Thaddeus, and then he turns around and makes his way to Airdreth.
Are we still in combat?
You're not in combat anymore.
I'm just gonna start really just rubbing down that, just all over. Take his clothes off slowly and just start really getting into those wounds.
Never knew you felt that.
And then a few minutes later, I'll remember that I have the ointment.
Okay, roll me a 1d4 plus 1.
He casts grease. Just rubbing it down.
he doesn't even have a spell slot for that. And 5 back to Air Death, 3 to Thaddeus. It takes a while for this to fully take effect, but as you rub the ointment in the wounds, you see them start to... I mean, they don't necessarily close up, but they definitely look better. At the very least, you stop the infection, whatever poison is drenched along the trident, which is laying on the ground beside you. Seemingly dissipates. Both of you, technically, you regain consciousness as you get hit points back.
Incidentally, speaking of the trident, as I'm tending to Thaddeus' wounds, I'm going to look over at Lachille and say, Lachille, Rokan's trident really did some damage to me. If you're looking for a new weapon, I think that might be kind of your thing.
Ooh, that's a good point. I'm gonna drag my foot over there and look at that.
To at least have the power to call it back to him. If that's something you can learn how to do, that'd be a big help.
I just want to see her run around and bash enemies with the giant pterodactyl foot.
Oh yeah, I'm not letting go of the giant foot.
So,
I'm just dragging it everywhere with me right now.
She have a two-handed greatsword in one hand and a giant pterodactyl foot in the other.
Yeah, it's like what's the peanut with the blanket?
Linus.
Linus.
Yeah, I'm like Linus with the blanket, except it's a giant foot.
You're like a cat with like a fucking dead thing toy. Pretty typical.
For the record, I can't believe you understood what she was saying from the peanut with the blanket. It wasn't.
There's only one peanut with the blanket.
But no, it wasn't like the Peanut show and the kid with the blanket. No, just the peanut with the blanket. Like what?
I mean,
Makes perfect sense.
yeah, it does. Because when would a peanut like that you eat ever be associated with a blanket? I think
Precisely. That's my
peanut.
point.
Hey, man, powers of deduction.
Bravo.
No, it's just because I was already imagining her just like dragging this foot with her, like not carrying it like a sword or a club, just dragging it on the ground behind her.
Yeah, it's that context clues.
Nevertheless, sorry. Go ahead and continue. I don't want to interrupt
That's the
your
deal.
Linus roleplay.
Do I get inspiration for knowing Linus with the very little clue?
No.
But yeah, I do want to
Where-
check out the trident and see.
It's definitely magical. I mean, as you look at on the ground, even still just laying there, you can see it almost has this bubbly font of water that seems to just coalesce and kind of boil around it. Still very brackish, dark in color.
I honestly don't think we should be touching it.
I'm gonna touch it and pick it up and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you grab it from the handle. I mean, it's not as threatening. It's not stabbing you. Gripping it in your hand, I mean, you can feel there's very obviously magical property and strong power with the item, but it is a magic item. It's a trident. It's as you expect. In fact, I could show you a picture of the trident. I have things to do that. I'm prepared.
Just fucking oozing black goo. Seems fine.
This is really the first time any of you guys have seen it outside of it being swung at you in a flurry of blows. Looking at it, it is a twisted looking weapon. You're not sure exactly what it's made from, but the shaft and even the spearheads themselves are all kind of melded in and twisted around one another. There's a handle in the center and what looks to be a large orb at the top of the head where the 3 prongs come out.
Is it possible to cast Lesser Restoration on an inanimate object?
That's what he's been doing. So yes.
That's a fair point. At the same time, I didn't notice him recalling it magically when he wasn't corrupted.
But he also never used it when he wasn't corrupted. He took it for a while.
Yeah, and I mean that doesn't mean you would be able to recall it. You're not corrupted.
No, I'm wondering if the power comes from the corruption, in which case, is it really worth cleansing it?
Well, it's the relic.
Why don't you study it for?
It's not my weapon. You think Lashield's going to give up her new shiny because Hollow wants to look at it?
Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the trident away.
As you scoop the trident up off the ground, you hear this very distant as you look up, you see the long serpentine figure of what appears to be a winged serpent, flying hundreds of feet up, coming from way back behind you, the edge of the forest, cascading directly in your direction.
Nope. I'm leaving.
Time to go.
Yeah, we got no resources.
Does Thaddeus have any spells?
I got a couple, but like 2.
Expeditious Retreat.
Yeah.
And Misty Step.
No, I mean I got 2 slots, level 2 and level 3.
No, I know.
What does it look like? Can we identify which serpent it is?
Give me a perception.
All of us, or just Erda?
Whoever's looking. Not that it's necessary. Oh yeah, you guys are all pretty on edge, pretty on point.
On the ball. On it.
You've only ever really seen one of the serpents, the one that attacked you on the airship, well, which would have been just Hobble and Thaddeus and the Shield, not Air Death. The other that you've seen, presumably Kukulkan, you've only ever seen the silhouette of just a black shadow.
I meant more from the pictures we saw in the temple, because we've seen
We'll get there.
illustrations of all.
Let me finish. So, well, you've never seen any of them particularly. As it comes moving further and further into view, this time, I mean, you guys waited a while, so actually the sun is beginning to dip. It's no longer this black shadow, and you see as it moves forward, its long serpentine form on the bottom is this yellowish scaling. The top and its wings all, or the membrane, not the membrane, the scaled part of the wings, all this very vibrant green, and the feathers which make up the membrane, as well as feathers that seem to be protruding from its head, this very similarly vibrant red. Especially Hobble, as you were in the visions, you saw the various winged serpents as they provided these weapons to the prophets, to Moatuk and the others. You immediately recognize this as Kukulkan.
And you said that it's flying towards us?
It is, at a very rapid pace. Especially as it gets to the point where it is in view.
Lachelle, I think it might be coming for the trident specifically. That's Kukulkan. If everything we saw in the temple is correct and what Crocker Khan said is true, he should be an ally, but just be on guard.
So, as you guys stand your ground, nothing more to do than simply wait. I mean, as Oquixo catches view of this, you see him immediately drop to one knee, kind of using his staff just held on the side, and bows his head as the serpent just swoops by you guys. I mean, even from hundreds of feet up, the billowing wind that passes over the region. I mean, you see the jungle foliage and trees just vibrating in its path. Most of you needing to catch onto something, not to be just blown over. But nevertheless, it continues on past you, and as it hits the ziggurat, you see it stop, slow down, and begin to coil itself, floating around the top. You see it sort of land on top of this large, overhanging canopy that makes up the very height of the ziggurat. And as it stops, sort of just laying there, coiled up, its head droops down, its tongue serpentine and slithering, its eyes, this golden, vibrant orbs, peer directly at each of you.
No, thank you.
So it's just chilling and watching us?
Yeah, it stops on top of the canopy.
How's Thaddeus doing right now? Is he up?
No, he's hiding in the bush. Not bullshitting. Giant snake thing just flew by. I'll know what the fuck it's.
Second.
I was gonna look over at Erda and say, help me get Throkon's body over to it.
Does it look aggressive, or does it just look...
What the fuck am I doing? I don't know why. Apparently I'm going insane. I just opened a pack of hot sauce and just decided to drink that shit for no reason. Sorry, no, he does not look aggressive. I mean... I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I had no intention of just... Anyways, yeah, he doesn't look hostile at all. I mean, he just seems incredibly passive as he sits there staring at you. It's hard to make out any true intent, but it's not aggressive, that's for sure.
Yeah, I put my sword away in its sheath, and I help Hobble carry this body. I mean, he's pretty big. We're not going to do it together.
I mean, I don't figure we have to, like, suspend it off the ground. I was just thinking you put one arm over your shoulder and I'll do one, and we'll just kind of drag him.
Okay, but, like, I am strength 8 and recovering from death. So, and you are 4 feet tall.
I mean, I'm strength 10. That's why I'm so that we don't have to be delicate with him. He's dead.
I'm getting annoyed by the arguing, and I'm just gonna drag him.
Yeah, I mean, amidst your bickering as Lasheel kind of pushes between you, I mean, she's still got both weapons clutched under her arm and the leg. It's just a bundle now of, like, kindling. She grabs Thorokon by one of the spikes on his shoulder and starts dragging him, and then this resounding, booming, almost deafening voice. Thronulak, it is not necessary.
We're just gonna put his arms on ourselves. It's not necessary. And start walking up to the temple.
Hubble, what are you doing?
I'm starting to realize that my foot might be a little cumbersome for this adventure, so I'm gonna leave it outside, sadly.
I mean, it already knows we're here, Thad.
God damn it. Well,
Also, you look ridiculous with the bush.
yeah, no, I'll banish my bush and follow Hobble.
Is it gonna just let me walk up to the temple base? Is
I
it
mean,
gonna say anything
its
else?
head is still directed straight at you. Those two large golden orbs peering between you all. I mean, it's hard to tell who individually he's looking at, but it's definitely directed at you, but he makes no movement, says nothing as you come close.
I'm gonna walk up to the base of the stairs before I stop. And once I reach it.
As you hit the base of the stairs, the Quetzal kind of around your shoulder immediately takes off. You see it encircle the large winged serpent and sort of in itself coil along one of the at this point. Let me just move that out of the way. It coils along the pillars there.
I'll watch it go and then look up at Krukolkin and say, "How fares Krakorkan and the rest of the Lizardkin?"
There's this low kind of guttural rumble, and through it you can, even from the ground, you can feel the slight trembling of everything. He doesn't respond, and then you see him slowly begin to uncoil, and the top of his body slithers down so that his head is hanging just in front of this entrance. The whole of his body still on top of the platform, though. Its tongue slithers out,
and it does not Gronyalok matter.
No offense, but I think it matters quite a bit. It's the whole reason we're here. It's the whole reason he's here. I'll point back at Throkon's corpse.
His body unwinds further, and it comes cascading down the steps to the point where you're only maybe 5 feet away from each other. His head is looking straight at you. It's one long unwinded rope. And his head turns around on the spot, looking back at the cigarette, and then down, and back to you.
That is why you are here.
Throkon, in his last moments, asked us to stop Gruthalak. Can you help us do that?
With that, he begins to retract, coiling back up to the point where he's on top of the platform, but then as the wings unfurl, as they unfurl, an incredible wingspan. You've heard stories of dragons on Valkia, but from what you've seen and heard, the wingspan of this creature dwarfs even the largest of dragons. Just with one swoop, picks itself back up to where it's just floating back behind. You can see his head through the pillars.
Approach.
Yeah, what else am I doing, right?
Quixo just stops at the bottom of the stairs. He doesn't follow the four of you.
Can I get up this staircase here, or is it completely destroyed?
That is an entrance. That's a doorway. You have to go around.
Oh, it's a doorway.
This way, see? Sure. It's a little maze. A little mazy maze. So, as you make your way up, and just stopping on the level before the sort of top altar, you see this large font, water inside, 2 braziers still blazing on either side. Quetzal still coiled up on the pillar there. And the winged serpent, Kukulkan, just not even flapping his wings at this point, seemingly just floating there with no necessary movement to keep him aloft.
This water, what's it look like?
Give me a perception. I mean, your inquisitive nature, I mean, you take a few extra steps up the flight of stairs there, and looking in, it is actually quite murky. It looks no different from the rest of the corrupted water you see, but as you look into it, and no doubt you have a pretty sad looking face when you see that. Noting that, seeing that etched on your face, Kukulkan lets out this as he says that, this aura seems to cascade over his body, emulating it towards the front, and then slowly dart and envelop the water. You see it begin to glow, gold, silver, blue, white, this flurry of colors, and after a second it dissipates. You step down the stairs, but after that you take a few steps back up, and it now looks as clear as the divination water you've had in the past.
Thaddeus gives Hobble a little look, a little knowing glance, and just kind of mouths, later.
Hobble nods back, gives him a wink.
As you guys try to indiscreetly mention that to one another, there is this subsequent... The winged serpent lets out this tremendous bellow that causes the entirety of the structure to shake beneath you. You have to, like, grab onto something not to go falling, down the stairs. You see the feathers on its head, previously just unfurled as he let out the roar, kind of whisk backwards to a more nice looking state, not as angry looking state, and he kind of recoils himself in the air, looking down at you.
Looks over at Thaddeus one more time, sort of puts his head down, and then looks back at Kukulkan, says, why have you brought us here?
It was not me who brought you.
And who did? And why?
You have brought yourself.
What you did to the water here, it was effortless for you. You could have done it to the pool, all of the pools. You could have stopped all of this. Crackercon spoke of a serpent that spoke of gods that cared about the lizardkin. Why did you let Throkon do this? How does this benefit any of you?
It's hard to make out any emotion on its face. It's too large, too passive. It just shifts there for a moment.
It was not sacrifice as you have been led to believe. Tohill.
You immediately recognize that name as the fourth winged serpent, the one that the images in the passageways seem to depict as having died during that war.
Our absence is one of granular necessity.
What we saw, my friends and I, Thaddeus and the shield, we saw one of your kind attacked us on our way into Felheim. You've been around. You must have known what was happening. We saw you overhead at what was the other town? What was the holy spot where we met everyone? to start with?
But in Nahas.
No, earlier than that.
Oh, you're talking about the thing when you guys were
Yeah, where we got captured.
Tetika.
Tetica.
Yep, when you guys were prisoners.
We saw you at Tetica. You could have done something.
I have led, but I cannot act. My brothers, as you say, move of their own grand accord.
But surely you would want to keep some kind of balance. And if one of your brothers is causing corruption and destroying these people that worship you, shouldn't it be up to one of you to step up and help resolve that?
Only as I may. It is as I've said, Kroncha, far too dangerous for me to act.
And he kind of points his head straight down the ziggurat.
Directly.
His head then kind of looks up, and you see it almost looking past you towards the corpses that still lay strewn about in the field behind you.
You have seen what this corruption, this being can do. Imagine now if I or my Kronya brethren succumbed.
The four of us came here to stop this corruption. If even you're afraid of it, if it can corrupt a warrior as great as Throkon, what could we do to stop it?
More, perhaps, Krantya, than me and my kin.
Does this corruption only affect Lizardkin?
You see his head just shake. It kind of waves back and forth in long arcs.
But it has been Kronya countless millennia. He will be weakened. And you, Drankanya, the ones to defeat him.
What do we do? What was the mistake that your people made the first time you fought? We don't wish to make a sacrifice.
No, Gratya, not mistake.
His face kind of lowers down, and he almost maneuvers himself slowly in between the pillars.
Oh, Hill. His life was not in sacrifice, but in failure. He, Drakya, unlike us, succumb to Gruthlak's darkness. His death was of necessity.
And again I ask, how can we prevent ourselves from falling if someone so great could be corrupted?
And shakes his head.
You cannot, save but from your own effort.
His eyes, golden orbs, dart towards the trident that's still in the shield's hand.
Come, bring.
But it's mine.
chill. Just do it. It's okay. We're going through another cool thing.
Fine, but I'm keeping the foot.
As you make your way up the stairs, he retracts his head back so that he's fully outside. And you kind of just, not really sure what to do with it. You kind of just kind of hold it in his direction, I presume. As you do, and holding it over the font in the center, you see the glistening water suddenly start to shimmer, and this omniscient light soaring straight up, hitting the canopy hanging overhead. It lasts only a brief second, and as you pull it out, you see the trident still in your grip, still cascading this same sourceless font of water around it. But it's now clear, pure, same color as the water in the font. Let me get you those stats.
Nice.
So, as you pull back with the trident, now somehow seemingly more aware of its capabilities.
There are a gift, the same given to those who fought back the evil in aeons past.
Thank you.
He then pulls himself back a bit more so that he's more kind of unfurled and spread out, still floating in the air.
Drink now, all of you.
Daddy's wasting no time going up to the fountain. He doesn't even take the stairs. He just jumps up onto the platform and takes a drink.
Hopple is a little more composed, but not much.
But not much. So, you kind of just cupping your hands takes what sip you manage to get. It is, whew, it is that on point shit. It is amazing. It's
sweet liquid crack.
At least as good as the water from that divination pool. But there's nothing. Nothing seems to happen. And you kind of just stand there, confused, bewildered, unsure of if there was something that was supposed to happen.
Kranyala Konyalan.
As he says this, you see him once again begin to glow, with his scales sort of lifting up in this omniscient, sort of vibrant color appearing out from underneath him. It cascades up the backside of his tail and moves out of his mouth, blasts and pours over you guys. For all intents and purposes, you guys get the effects of a long rest, and I need everyone to roll me 2 hit dice.
Just any 2 or?
Oh, did we lose the effects of aid?
Nope, last 8 hours.
Okay.
Whatever your highest is, that is. And hopefully that's adding con to each of those. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that was a spicy roll for Thaddeus. Not so
That was
spicy
good.
for Air Death. And we're still going off our average minimum as you add these to your hit point totals.
It, like as temp hit points?
No, permanently.
Nope.
Shit. What the hell? My hit points are off.
You want me to roll yours, Alice?
Did,
Yeah, well, and
does 46 sound right for what my max hit points might be?
Yes.
Okay.
And we get a long rest too,
You do get a long rest.
essentially.
Yep.
66, that's nice.
Solid roll for the shield as well. 22. Up to 69 for the shield. Oh boy.
Nice.
Wait, what is this one for?
What is what one for?
We're healing. Long rest.
Oh, healers.
I mean, you don't even have to use
Do
your
we,
healer's
we
kit.
still need those?
No, there's no need for healer's kit this time around. Not that it matters.
Does Hobble get a splash of divination inspiration, or does he not get his portents?
Yeah, I'll let you have Portents back.
Nice.
It's the full effects of
It
long rest.
only takes 4 additional healing for a thing if I do this for long rest.
Oh shit, I apologize. You guys are at full hit points. You don't have to spend any hit dice for this.
Oh, okay.
Apologies. No, you
Fine.
are entirely healed up as this transcendent blast, this energy, this wave of this radiant force cascades over you. You feel all your wounds begin to come back together. You feel revitalized. Your spells come back. You are new.
I feel great.
I mean, yeah, we're about to go wandering into a dark day.
I feel like I could take on anything.
And down to a -1 death. Oh my god. Yeah.
So close.
Just hang out for 8 more hours. We're good.
Yeah, we've got time.
Once every 24 hours, yeah.
All right, 32 hours.
So, as you all come back to, he sweeps himself back.
Kratian, my boon for you. May it aid you in the fight to come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Culkin.
No. Thank you.
And with that, the wings burst out again. With one flap, he goes soaring back up into the sky, leaving you to your own devices.
Probably like the most dead. Don't worry about it.
That's why he was like, it's not a.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that guy. Yeah, I'll just go on.
Who's that?
Mission.
Crockro. Never heard that name.
Krokro who? Don't know.
Right, Cracker, what?
No, you killed Throkon. He's right here.
Oh, that would have been my M. Night Shyamalan twist. What, you just killed him! Back! Missed opportunity.
We were in McConnell the whole time.
Oh, that's messed up. Yeah. If we go into like a fight against all the slimy monsters, and it turns out we're actually in the hole and we're fighting off lizardmen. Ooh, that'd be bad.
That's gonna be what happens if Gruthalak wins.
Nasty illusions, yeah.
So,
Some Yog Saron shit.
it's left to you guys.
Hanging out.
Euphemism.
What are you guys doing?
Or is he just hanging out with I'll look around at the group and say, well, sounds like this is something we gotta do, so are we ready? There's nowhere to go but down.
Never felt better.
I'm gonna take out my water skin and fill it with this magic water before we do it.
Yeah, I was actually going to do the same thing.
Look over at Thaddeus. I've been thinking about it. Should bottle this up and sell it.
I was saying the same thing. You thought I was crazy.
I don't know if people will go for bottled water.
I think this water? Shh, come on, man. You give them one taste, they can't not buy it. They could have gallons of water for free delivered to their door. They will go out, walk miles to get this water. I'm telling you, taste it. It's delicious.
Listen, I was with you for bottled water, but water delivery? You're crazy.
No. I'm
It'll
saying
never
they
work.
could have other people delivering water, whatever. They could have, they could win a water lottery and they get 1 million gallons of water. It don't matter. Once they've tried this shit, they don't want anything else. And here's my thought. We get Alarcon involved. Set up some kind of trade system here, get some workers to come bottle it, bring it back for us, man. It's a self-contained business. We don't even need to mess
Why
with it.
would you willingly involve Alarcon in any business plan? It's the worst idea.
He's like the only person we know that has any type of connections at all.
Hobble's
That's right. Eric doesn't even know Alarcon. That's the best part.
Hobble ties off his water skin, packs it away, just walks past Erdeath, shaking his head and says, water delivery. Next thing is gonna go all I can't think of a good modern day analogy that people would go for. That would totally work.
Fake.
I was gonna say next thing people will be paying to get their mail delivered, and I'm like, no, that would exist in D&D.
Yeah. Parcels. Delivery. I don't.
Yeah, I can't think of something good. It was the idea was there. I'm gonna make my way down to this doorway.
Good call.
Alright. We're just gonna have a little look at the entranceway. What can we see directly inside? And like, is there anything suspect about the entrance?
The entrance itself is kind of crumbled, far more so than the rest of the ziggurat seems to be. But looking past it, it seems to immediately open up into the larger room. The minimal amounts of light pouring through. You can see there's a staircase that heads down to a sort of lower secondary level of this floor. But beyond that, it's hard to make out anything from outside.
Okay. Then I look around at the rest of the party, see if they're ready. I go striding in.
What's our skink's name?
Okay.
So
Okay, so I'm gonna look back at Okixo and say, you don't have to come in if you don't want to.
you see him gulp. Kraka. No. I must. And at this point, he's got a spear and shield out and kind of just batters his shield and gives you a nod, although he's clearly shaking as he does it.
I'm gonna give him a pat on the shoulder, give him a little squeeze, and say, "Let's make Crockercon proud," and I'll follow Erdeath into the temple.
Yeah. So I start through the entranceway, draw the sword once again, and go striding in.
Okay. So, each of you makes your way in. As you come out into the larger chamber, you see it opens up with 3 different rooms. This large font on the side of the wall, and this kind of secondary level, empty. And the furthest room has a number of pillars. And all around seem to be these same sort of etched carvings as in the other temples. But as you move through, as the last person makes his way in, everything in here ominously quiet. Only your footsteps making any sort of sound.
Welcome.
And that's where we're gonna end it for this week.
Nice.
But it sounded so well.
He's so friendly.
He's so friendly.
It's great.
That's how he gets people on board. He's just like a really cool snake dude.
Maybe we just had it wrong this whole time. Maybe he's very friendly.
Yeah.
Listen, he's been locked away for a few thousand years. He's really had a lot of time to think.
I mean, let's be real. You guys should probably set up the cool emperor with Gruthsto cool. You know, because he's a chill guy.
They're just lonely.
Yeah.
They are just lonely.
We just each need a friend. We make that match happen.
I mean,
and that's how we solve both of those quests.
when you really put things into perspective, when you just zoom out on things, Throw Khan is no different from Thaddeus.
How do you say? How do you?
I mean, you just both unleashed some pretty ancient evils because of you make mistakes.
True. Yeah.
Some people close to you died. You started talking to God. He said, it's cool. And you did it. And now look at where you both are.
Yeah, but I think he did it with more of the intent to like gain some kind of power, whereas Thaddeus was just like a
Khan is really more competent than that. This is really what you're saying.
Yeah, like he's willing to dip into that evil there. Yeah, he had a plan. Thaddeus just fucked up. So what's worse? I like to think that the malicious intent is worse than just a fuck up. But who am I to judge?
Well, there's still room to fuck up some more, so
I want to throw Khan. Actually, going to still Team Throw Khan.
I want to